Here's the best part about Xenogears, beyond its soundtrack and graphics and the things that I pretty much review extremely high on all these JRPGs. It's too long. The story is just too long. I mean, we did vanilla playthrough, no side quests, and it was 109 hours plus deaths. That was just, it's too damn long. And the religious storyline that just goddamn went, I mean, it went nowhere, right? There's no sequels. Not the dev's fault, not the game's fault. I'm just saying, whatever story was trying to be created, I didn't get it. I got pissed off. And I've talked about how voice acting truly is what makes my frustration levels high. So if I'm doing, 45 minutes of dialogue and we're talking about, oh, the power of the gods and blah, 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 just endless lore about towns and kingdoms and the gods that rule them and defiance and just, I can't, like, doing it for too long just makes me mad, even if we're talking about my favorite shit on the planet. So I'm taking points off of that. It's too fucking long, and the story, honestly, was frustrating. The main characters flirting with each other without saying it and taking 65 hours to, lay down next to each other was super annoying to me. Maybe that's just typical soap opera-ish writing, and it was kind of beautiful at the same time, but it was annoying. The best part of the game was the combat is not like you would think. The devs did a very good job to make sure, even if you were over leveled, you had to really think about how to get through a fight. Super unique. I love that part of it. The game's difficulty was the best part, beyond the music and the graphics, which was just gorgeous in every fucking way. The anime cutscenes were nice, but where do I put this? I was underwhelmed. I'm sure playing this game in its day would have given it much more merit. I'm between B and C, senpai. I will never play it again, and I love Xenosaga so much. This game was a pretty big letdown. It was a pretty big letdown to me. Overall, the experience was fine. Streaming it was fun. I did get my kicks, but somewhere at the 60-hour mark, I said, all right, what the fuck? And if it wasn't for the fun boss fights and the equipping and the cool the characters were great too. We loved Scoomy, or the little rat with teeth. We loved that character. Super fun with the cutscenes, the voices. I mean, the game overall, my experience was probably more like A+. But what I see the game as, I would recommend no one streams it. That would be my hottest take. Do not stream Xenogears. It's not worth your time. Play 3 RPGs in the same amount of time. You'll have way better fun. So, if I didn't love Xenosaga as much as I do, I would probably put this in a more like a B+ range, because it is very good as a streamer. 109 hours vanilla. I mean, come on. And there's no sequels. All that story's for nothing. That company is famous for making large scale. I mean, Xenosaga got cut to 3 games instead of 6, but it wrapped up decently. This game didn't get a wrap up. It didn't get the treatment it wanted. So, again, if you're gonna play it single player, it's very good. If you didn't have to do voice acting and go over the top, and it's still a great RPG, and it's worth $150 for a reason. People want it. It's loved. Oh, wow. So they wanted to sabotage Superman. Wow. That's insane. That's insane. Thank you for sharing that, Dan. I mean, that's an incredible story. What other RPGs did we play? Okay, Breath of Fire 3. Breath of Fire 3. Really cool story. It starts off a dragon in despair in past events. I loved all the characters, the voices, the sprite work was fantastic. The story moved well. The where to go next and what to do was very bad. I can't not think about the sushi mission that took us 8 hours to figure out which character wanted. I don't even remember what the story was. Someone wanted sushi. We had to make sushi, get all these ingredients throughout the world. I don't know who wanted to deal with that. I don't know who the fuck enjoyed doing things like that without a strategy guide, but it's not fun. That map was huge, and they were like, go figure it out. Go figure out how to go fishing for this fish and get this rice and get this seaweed and talk to these characters. That was awful. Thankfully, I think we got a little backseating / looked online a little bit. I like Breath of Fire 3, but every time I play, I think the dungeon design and pull back fast. The dungeon design was also lackluster of save points, which lost us a lot of time. This one, I think... I'm between A and B. I really love the characters a lot. But the story wasn't as good as Lufia. I feel like the sprite work and the unique Capcom JRPG music was the best part, which again, that's not fair for me. Every JRPG we've ever played on stream has been beautiful visually and hearing it, and this game is one of them. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna go B. It's really good. It's worth playing. It's not super polished. I think it's just a little unpolished to be like elite level. Where this game, Legend of Dragoon, fuck. I mean, it's gonna be A or S. Woo, I think A for Breath of Fire 3 personally, but that's me. Yeah, it's very good. I'm gonna shift some of these around a little bit. Let me just put this on A for now. Oops, we don't want you there. Yeah, I think it's right there. I think that's perfect. This feels good. God, do we only play those 5 all year? What's the plan today, Zagnius? We're ranking our favorite games of 2025. We're gonna do Game of the Year. And did we play any other JRPGs? Okay, we did. We played Harry Potter on Game Boy Color, which was a JRPG. Oh, we have more. We have more to go. I'm gonna just quickly. Oh God, I hate to relate this. Well, no. I don't. I can't put it next to Xenogears. I mean, Harry Potter for Game Boy Color was fun. It had a little bit of mapping issues, and we're gonna play Chamber of Secrets in the future. I think I already have the cart. We're gonna play Chamber of Secrets in the future. Honestly, like for the Game Boy Color, it was fantastic. I'm gonna be a little bold here and put this right next to Xenogears. Because again, this game was 15 to 20 hours. Xenogears was 109 for no fucking reason. For no reason. Dart, welcome in. It's so nice to see you, friend. We're doing some rankings right now, and yeah, I think Harry Potter's good there because honestly, I would replay Harry Potter. I would never replay Xenogears. Ever. Ever. I wouldn't do it. Offline, online, no way. I'll play every Xeno game after that 10 times before I play that again. Sorry. I'll watch another streamer play it. Gladly. I'm not touching it. All right, we also have the Super Nintendo game. Where are you? There you are. Dark Half. Dark Half for SNES. Let's just move this. We'll just do this right now. It was pretty enjoyable. Does it feel good there? Dark Half, you got the choice to play 2 different halves of the world. You're the demon, you're the savior. I forget their lore, their class. One's like the Eater of Worlds, and one is the Savior of Worlds, right? And you can intermingle each other by just deciding to kill villagers or not kill villagers. I mean, you can literally murder innocents in this game, including children. You could walk up to a child, if you talk to them with the devil, they would turn to dust and scream. That's pretty insane. What video games can you do that in? Seriously, nowadays, 0. Not to my knowledge. Nothing that's released under like a company are going to be like, yeah, you can walk up to a child and melt them to the floor and they will scream and just, you know, like that's just not a thing. Given this was only on released in Japan, you know, it wasn't a States release, but god damn, that's some dark video gaming right there. All right, you know, innocent families. You can walk into a house and wipe out families. Okay, Knights of the Old Republic and Fallout. Okay, I don't have any experience with KOTOR, but I do know Fallout 3, and yeah, that's just, it's different. I'm from the world of Grand Theft Auto 3, where they don't even put kids in the game. And they push a lot of envelopes, or they push a lot of boundaries in Grand Theft Auto series. So, Yeah, I've heard, well, we watched our friend play Harry Potter Goblet, and it looked terrible. It looked terrible. So Dark Half was really good. I would recommend it. I think B is good. The music was spectacular. The combat was very fun. It was tactics RPG. In between, because it's a small board to work on, and it's, you know, it is tactics, but also it's tactics. I don't know how to decipher like which one's from one to the next, but yeah, Dark Half I would recommend. Obviously, you need a translation to play it. Oh my God, we played Mario RPG. Well, here's another thing I want to look at and why these rankings are what they are. I like difficult games. Super Mario RPG is so easy. We played Chrono Trigger as well. Fuck. All right, let's do one at a time. Super Mario RPG, I love this game to death. I can't not put it on S. There's no way. I can't not do it. It's too much fun. Musically, the graphics, the amount of characters you can play as, Mallow, Geno, Bowser, Peach, Mario. I mean, it's a really good time. I'll be playing the Switch game this year. I was gonna play it already like Christmas time, but you know, as a streamer, I talk too much. I'm always in front of the camera, and I never remember like, oh, I'm supposed to play it. Like I'm supposed to play Spyro. Like right now, I don't have it on the plate yet. So like I mean to play Super Mario RPG in this year. Anyways, yeah, if you have not played Super Mario RPG, it's a Mario turn-based style Final Fantasy game. It's a must play for anyone that loves JRPGs and Mario. Okay, do we have any more RPGs down here? I don't think we do. Parasite Eve, I guess, would count as one. We'll leave that there, though, because technically it's not. It just kind of plays like one. Diablo. It was commissioned for the same reason as Mystic Quest. It was intended to be a simplistic instruction to RPGs and Western audiences, and honestly, it was perfect for that. Yeah. You'll really enjoy the Mario RPG remake, Dango. The extra content was fun, and you'll probably enjoy. Oh, I know I'll enjoy, and you've been saying that, and I'm like all for it. And Senpai, I'm glad you're enjoying the music. Let me blow my nose real quick, please. Okay. Well, let's just keep moving from the top. I don't think we have any more JRPGs in here. Oh, we have Evo. That's not really JRPG. Pokemon. All right, Pokemon Ruby. There we go. Pokemon Ruby is very much a JRPG, and I love this game. I want to put it on S. But I don't think it's worthy. I think it's a good A. There are better Pokemon games out there than Ruby, and that's why I'm going to put it here. We did a Nuzlocke challenge. Hello, Fluff, welcome in. We did a Nuzlocke challenge for Ruby, and it was so much fun, and we're probably going to end up playing Pokemon Green tonight, to be honest. And I probably love this game more than A, but I have to be honest, and I'm reviewing this based on how fun I had during stream, how challenging was it. You know, there's so many factors. I don't want this to just be looked at as like, these are these games and their ranking. This is for streaming. Which is why I should put Harry Potter higher, because I had a lot of fun playing that. It goes in D for the bomb, right? Yeah, it should. Let's leave Pokemon at A, though. It's a fantastic game. Gen 3 is awesome. We all love Groudon and Rayquaza and Kyogre. They're fantastic. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Toast. All right, here we go. Fish Toast, perfect. Right? Is Fish Toast perfect? Is Harry Potter perfect? No, it's not. We're gonna leave it on C. It was really fun, though. I kind of want to change that, but it's okay. All right, let's just go from the top now. That way we can keep this simple. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, D for Dumbledore. Harry Potter, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? No, I didn't. Shut up, old man. I can smell your dick on your breath. I don't know why I said that. I'm just upset. I'm not getting any right now. You understand? You understand, right, Dumbledore? That's why I say it smells like dick on your breath. All right, Ninja Turtles for the NES. It's the best Ninja Turtle game ever made. Fight me. I don't want to play a beat 'em up. This is my same opinion for Dragon Ball Z. Why is 99% of the fucking games a one-on-one fighting? Why? I mean, I know we've made some different ones in the past with Xeno whatever verse, but like, for fuck's sake, do we do it because we know it's gonna make money? I don't know. It's not to say that Ninja Turtles in Time or Genesis or like the Shredder's Revenge aren't really fun, but why the fuck can't we have more style of Ninja Turtle games? I don't get it. Yeah, Legacy of Goku. You know, we had some, and that's why I think Ninja Turtles is the best game out of every Ninja Turtle game ever made. Maybe the Game Boy ones are better. I haven't played all of them. I watched Shellanomics do the boss fight for like the second Game Boy game, and it looked extremely intense. Like, that looks like fun. That looks better than Turtles in Time. Just saying. It's not like I dislove Turtles in Time. It's one of my favorite beat 'em ups ever. That's like saying my favorite menu at McDonald's or my favorite item at McDonald's. It really doesn't mean much to me. My favorite beat 'em up is just like, it's. But with that being said, I love Ninja Turtles on the NES. I grew up with it. I was born with it, if you will, and I never beat it as a kid. We beat it on stream. Also, real quick, I want everyone to know that we are not using save states anymore as checkpoints or blah, blah, blah. All of these games are save state free. All of them. The only 2 games we use save states I didn't put in here. And going forward, I'm just not doing it for practice or blah, 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 unless we're doing an extremely challenging run like Metal Storm. That is... Playing that in expert mode, I think, calls for it, but also grow the fuck up, man up is what I think about that. So, I beat Turtles without any save states or any bullshit practice. I got through that motherfucking hallway organically, and I loved this game. I loved it. Where do I put it on the list? God, the experience was so good. Go ahead and hate me for it, but I'm putting it on A. I think it's a fantastic platformer because it's difficult. It's Ninja Turtles, but not Ninja Turtles. The enemies are all from like some unknown universe. I would happily play it again on stream. I think it was great content. The struggle was real. The learning was real. We probably reset the game. We had to play from scratch like 10 times. So I had to put that. Spike, welcome in. I'm so sorry I missed your hellos, but at least you're right still there. Yeah, I think this is a little high of a review, but I just love it. You know what? I'm gonna lower it 1. I'm gonna lower it 1. It's very good, but if I'm gonna think about other platformers and comparing it, it's not that good. I just really love Ninja Turtles, and I grew up with the series, and this game's fantastic, but I think B feels more right. It feels more right. Okay, Mega Man 2 for the NES. Oh boy. Now here's where we get into the point where I'm like, I don't fucking remember. I don't remember Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 3 very well. I know the music was fucking insanely good. The boss fights were fun. The gauntlets are great. I think Dr. Wily in 3 was more difficult for me than 2. If there even is a Wily fight in 2, I don't remember. I can't remember which. Something's telling me I like 3 more. Vati! I tried Mega Man 1 C. Mega Man 2 I need to play. Well, I kind of want to put these in the same line. They're such good platformers, but I want everyone to know, like, I am not an NES person. I just didn't play a lot of games on that system growing up, and the ones that I played, I suffered. Werewolf, Ninja Turtles, Battletoads. I own those 3 games. You know what that does to 3? You know what those 3 games do to a kid when you're 5, 6 years old? They make you feel like you're shit at life. Couldn't beat them. Werewolf, I don't even remember if I got past the first stage. Ninja Turtles, I got to like the 3rd stage after the water at best. Battletoads, I never got past the go-kart part or the jumping on the whateverness. Oh my God, Proto Shield, you're right in time. We're about to review Mega Man's 2 and 3. We're about to do it. I'm sorry, Diego, I just noticed you were streaming as I'm about to leave. Oh, no worries. Welcome in. It's nice to have you, Vati, and I hope you have a great time as you go. No apologies. And good evening, Proto Shield. It's nice to have you as well. So, I mean, mechanically, these are better. They're better than Ninja Turtles. They have better replay value. There's no part in the game where you're like, this is bullshit, Oh my God, yeah. So I brought that back a little more pixelated, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for saying that. You were one of the people I brought it back for, so. And Mega Man 3 music just came on.
Why would it do that?
Mega Man 3 music just came on, so I'm gonna turn it up. I think it's time to scoom for those that wanna roll one out. I gotta be fair. All right, I love platformers and I love Mega Man. I wish I could tell. I wish I could tell the difference between the two. Holy shit, Spike with the 60-piece chicken McNugger. Lurk Scoom. All right. Thank you so much for the stream streak. I really appreciate that. Y'all are amazing. And also, I didn't say this when I started off stream, and I really wanted to. And I keep forgetting because I'm like a visual person. I have to see something to want to like interact with it or whatever. Lurkers, thank you. That's what I wanted to say. For those that aren't speaking or just chilling right now in the background, thank you for being a part of 2025 as well. And I have so much love for every one of you. And well, this may be a little bit of a news to some people, not news to others that know me well. I will be pushing a lot harder this year on Twitch. All right. I'm giving another year to myself full time, and maybe it continues from there. But I'm doing it because I cannot be more happy and proud of how things have worked to this point. And that's why I'm continuing, and I'm gonna make cuts in life, if you will, not like emotional, like sacrificing my health or anything like that, but I'm gonna be making some sacrifices in life to make this keep going, because I know what's happening is special for me, for other people, and I just can't deny that, like, if I were to go back and get a full-time job, like, it just doesn't feel right. And I don't have to do it yet. So this year will be a little more aggressive on maybe not the hours, but the consistency. My 11 a.m. start time, please hold me to it all week. If I even fire up at 11:05, I'll be slightly mad at myself, but as long as I fire up at that time. But anyways, I don't really care about the VOD today. Cheers, thank you Vati and Spike and anyone that's lurking. All the stream streaks, Senpai, that's so amazing. I love you all so much, and thanks for helping the dream be real. And also, like, look at these games we got to play this year. This is insane. Isn't this fucking cool? Like, we got to play all these goddamn games. Oh, man. I'm gonna start getting emotional. Cheers. Oh, Vati, you were saying you love all the emotes. I got it. Well, thank you, friend. All right. Oh, we took a skim, and guess what? I want y'all to come at me. Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. My absolute least favorite game of the year. And I will call this game hot garbage, but please don't leave just because I said that and you want to unfollow me for this. I have a good reason. Why would I say Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse is a hot piece of fucking garbage? I have a very clean answer for you that's, I'm not gonna like nitpick the little things. I'm gonna talk about the one main subject of why this game fucking sucks, but not why I wouldn't recommend it. Our playthrough sucked. The game's devs truly should have never put the randomized paths that were just like, would you like to go up or down? Would you like to go to the kitchen or the forest? The game does this 2 or 3 times where there's a fork in the road and you're supposed to decide up or down, but you don't know what equals what. We didn't know we were choosing Alucard's path, AKA hardcore mode. We didn't know this. They had no indications that the forest versus the castle or whatever the split paths were like, this level is fucking difficult. This level is for you, beginners. And we suffered. I hated this game. I hated the playthrough. I think the Alucard path specifically, all right, I'm not saying Castlevania 3 as a whole. We're gonna play this again on the normal path and we'll re-review it. Like the actual controls, the music, the graphics for the NES, fucking 10 out of 10. Truly, beyond the fact that you can't move in the air, I'm not like a big fan of that. I like when you can like move your character after you jumped. But like control-wise, graphic-wise, music, my God, some of the best in the system. Truly. But our experience, my experience, I would give this game a 0.5 out of 10, happily. I would throw it a nickel and I'd say, get fucked. I want to leave. I shouldn't even throw it a nickel. You don't get a tip. I've walked out of places without a tip before. No tip for Dracula's Curse. That was game breaking to me. I wish, you know, I hope when we play this in the future that I get to put Castlevania at A or S. That's probably how good the normal play is. The level where you had to fight 3 bosses and climb up the falling, you know, the big tower with the falling blocks, that level is, I'm just gonna say 10 minutes, maybe 12. And if you die, you have to start over again. Yeah, there should have been a sign saying this is like the hardcore woods, only go this way if you want an extreme challenge. Maybe I should have restarted and said, all right, this is the wrong path for me. Regardless, that's my first hot garbage take. And if you like Castlevania 3, I hope you understand why I would say that. Oh crap, Mario lost levels now. This is worse than Master Quest, Ocarina of Time, you know, the other version of Ocarina of Time. Oh, I do need to put that on there. Let's do that real quick. Let me do that real quick. I need to put Master Quest on here. Let me just add that. Because that, I think we did play this year, and my God. Not very fun. Okay. Well, there's a couple of things nice I can say about Lost Levels. The Famicom version, by the way. We played the difficult version. Hello, Big Tex. It's so nice to hear you. Let's have you. I was reading multiple comments at once there. Yeah, D, because it hurt you. I mean, y'all don't even know, but I re-injured my thumb this week. But it's a different pain now. It's towards like, it's towards the top. Like the top of my thumb up here is hurting as opposed to like here. So that's maybe good. Maybe it's the end of it. I don't know. My thumb is still going through transition from fucking September from Lost Levels. So yeah, D, because it hurt me. I like that answer. It's a terrible version of Mario 1. And the worst part is that there's no checkpoints between dashing on the level. Yeah, we're gonna play Spyro this year in general, yes, but we didn't play it last year. I would not recommend the Famicom version of Mario Lost Levels ever to anyone. The platforming's good. The game is fine. The lack of checkpoints is awful. And yeah, it hurt my hand very much. I should put it in hot garbage, but it's nowhere near as bad as Castlevania 3. No way. No way. No way. Say it isn't Joe! Say it isn't Joe. Say it. I can't even get the song down. Sweet Home for the NES. Yeah, my hand modeling career is over now. It's done. Through. Finished. I liked Sweet Home a lot. This is the precursor to Resident Evil. It's made by Capcom. It's based off of a horror movie in Japan. It was a lot of fun. It's not an RPG, by the way, for those that haven't played Sweet Home. And they're like, oh, it's like a JRPG. Sure. Go ahead and call it that. Once you play it, you'll be like, it's not. Why do I say that? Because this much of the game has to do with JRPG skill, and every bit of it has to do with your puzzle solving skills and your inventory management. There is no, you level up so easily. I think we were maxed out level 10 hours before the game finished. So great game. The Final Fantasy part of the game is terrible. There was zero challenge to it, and it's all puzzle. So if anyone's ever like, oh, I don't want to see that for spoilers because it's a JRPG. Well, it's the same as like Zelda spoilers. I mean, this game truly was very similar to Zelda 1. It's Zelda 1 with horror elements and one of the coolest graphics I've ever seen in a game. Towards the end in the storyline, I won't give spoilers to the actual context of the story, but there's a scene that someone animated on the NES where a dude, like, their face melts. Their face melts off on the NES. And the visuals are amazing. I would highly recommend this one. I would highly recommend Sweet Home for anyone. Very good. Striker with the 45 piece chicken McNugget. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate that. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Please let me know what your favorite playthrough was for last year as we're making this list. If you don't have one, that's fine, but I would love to hear it. Okay, Metal Storm for the NES. Platformer. Done very well. I think it was by, I forget who the devs are now, this one. Maybe published by Konami? I don't remember. But we played it in November. I think we maybe played it in November. It has a cool gravity system where you can, like, one button jumps from, you know, gravity going from the top to the gravity gravitating towards the bottom. And basically you flip upside down and you can, like, mirror the map. I'm explaining it terribly. But the mechanic in the game is super unique and very fun. We did forget Chrono Trigger. That was your favorite? Oh, I forgot to rank that one. Well, this is actually a tough one to do. Let me finish Metal Storm. I forgot about Chrono Trigger as an RPG. I really did. That sucks. If I'm gonna put Mega Man 2 and 3 as A, I think I have to put Metal Storm there as well. I'm trying to remember more of the game. All I'm thinking about right now is I'm like thinking about what Metal Storm was. I'm like, God damn it, Expert Mode was too hard. But that's not the game. That's the extra features, and I shouldn't be thinking about that. But the game itself, you know what? We're just gonna put it on A because it was very similar to Mega Man, where I just had a fun time and I beat it quickly. Mega Man 2 and 3 took a stream and a half. Same with Metal Storm. It took a stream and a half. So it was kind of like the perfect length of. I had a lot of fun. I never got too frustrated, and like the difficulties were overcomeable. Overcomeable? Yeah, I don't know. But putting any of these on S, I like to remember that we're gonna have some S platformers coming up. And here's a close one right now. DKC3 on the Game Boy Advance. A fantastic port. What a fantastic port this was. Added content. The graphics are a slight downgrade to me. I believe that's true unanimously. I don't really know for sure. A slight graphical and sound downgrade, but a really, really good port. Like, I don't know how to put this lower than A. The graphics did bother me a little bit because I'm a snob for Super Nintendo, but boy, was it a good port. I gotta go with A. I mean, there was so little wrong with it. This is the Game Boy Advance version, by the way. It's not the Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo I would probably put on S, even though it has less content. This game, you know, the sound is noticeably different, and there's also added music, but the quality of sound is down. So that's why I'm gonna just leave it at A, because you kind of took a masterpiece, you made it better, but also worse in the areas that don't count as much, but still, to me, they do. Okay, Bonk's Revenge and Bonk's Adventure, the first and second Bonk games for the Game Boy. They were fun, but they're super short. I mean, you could call them cute, you could call them great playthroughs. I love both the Bonk games. They, you know, the TurboGrafx 16 truly made an icon with Bonk as a character. And to this day, I think Bonk's Revenge for the TurboGrafx 16 is one of the best platformers ever made. There's something about it where I never lost love for Bonk, and I don't own a TurboGrafx. And I've watched a friend play it. I cannot wait to own a TurboGrafx and play this game upscaled because it's one of those rare, like, I need it. Same with Castlevania, oh my God, we're getting rated by, we'll go back to those things. Chaos Tracking Gaming, our good friend and our, you know, amazing person I got to meet through Shadow Revenant. I hope you're having a great time, great stream. Welcome in. Thanks for rating. I really appreciate it. We're doing our tier rank listing for 2025. I hope you had a fantastic stream and welcome in. Thank you, Sai. Playing some Call of Duty Warzone. Let's fucking go. I hope it went well. Do you do the Warzone? Warzone's Warzone, right? I don't even think Call of Duty has games anymore. It's just called Warzone within all the games because, well, let's be honest, it's less confusing this way. Make the game story different and make the Warzone is Warzone, right? I hope you had a fantastic time and had some dubs. You do also play JRPGs and are a good friend. You've rated here many times, so thank you. And let us know, what was your favorite 2025 playthrough of mine, if you have one? Let's just go. I mean, these games were too short. I'm going to change my answer on Potter. I enjoyed it too much to put it next to Xenogears, which I had problems with. So I'm going to sneak this in. And I'm going to put these on C, because I think these are justifiable to go there. And Harry Potter is much better, and I never felt good about it in the first place. So we're going to leave that there. Chrono must go perfect. If not, it's damn near. Yes. But that's the thing, is that Chrono has issues too. If I'm going to be real hard in a game, it's tough. Because, like, what's the difference between S and perfect? It's like perfect should mean there's... Did I not take it? Oh, I did take a scoop. I did take one. We went like 10 minutes ago, my friend. How do we decipher between perfect and S? The only S in... I mean, the only perfect in my book... I'm being dead ass serious. Well, unless we're going modern gaming, I think Minecraft is also perfect. Donkey Kong Country 2 in my book is the only perfect game. I can't get over that fact. I think I'm a little biased, but also I'm moving that to my favorite game of all time over Ocarina. I have more fun with it. So let's just do Chrono Trigger now. I see it as an equal to Final Fantasy 3. It has better visuals. The music is just so good in both games, I don't want to compare. It's also a little easy. All right, Chrono Trigger is not a super difficult RPG. It's not base level easy. And it has very clever boss fights. Oh, it is. I don't think we're going to put anything in the perfect list. That's why I'm like, I just don't want to put things there. Perhaps we'll reshuffle later. But it's better than, oh man, this is tough. All right, let's just do it. The only other thing in the game that makes me a little sad is like the box that has to sit on the top or the bottom. Like you know, like your stat sheet or your HP points. I don't like the way it sits. Why couldn't we just have it on the bottom of the screen and have the screen push up? That has always bothered me. Now, does it take away from the gameplay? Not really. But it does take away from the experience just a little bit. Just a little bit. Because it annoys me every fight. I'm like, I don't know whether to put it up or down. So I'm gonna put it on S though. Debating these two games is really difficult for me. It's so difficult. Uniraces is your perfect game. Hey, man, everyone has the right to their opinion on that stuff. It's beautiful. All right, Adventure Island on the Game Boy. Let's not spend too much time on this one either. I think this was better than the Bonk games. We'll put that on B. I think it did take us a stream and a half to beat it, and it was a lot of fun, but it was very easy. Unlike, did I put Adventure Island 2? Did I never put Adventure Island 2 on here? 1 minute. I don't know how I forgot that one. Let's do Adventure Island 2, because this game fucked me up. I'm gonna just put it here for a second so we can stretch up. Oh man, this was a tough victory. Oh God. I really like platformers and the game is super cute. We had to work hard. I just had a lot of fun playing it. Adventure Island 2, it really is. I gotta write that down too, because I never put it on my, apparently it's not on my beaten games list. All right. Next. Great game. Highly recommend for any streamer that loves the NES to play Adventure Island 2. It does come with an extreme challenge in the last world. This is Mario Lost Levels Famicom. It sucks. This was the Famicom Mario USA game. funny that DKC music is playing. I think this is actually from 3. Isn't that funny? We just reviewed the damn game. Oh man, this is good stuff. Okay. Ooh. Yoshi's Island. I think we got to go S tier for this. It's better than all games in the A. Now, this is not my first playthrough of Yoshi's Island, but graphically, it's probably one of the best on the system. Music has always been some of my favorite. I like it better than Super Mario World. Fight me. The boss fights are amazing. It's just a fun game. Yeah, absolutely yes. Yoshi's Island was so much fun. Oh, it's the Famicom Mario 2, not Mario USA. You're flipping them. Okay. Yes, you're right. Mario USA is Mario 2 in America. You're right. Yeah, Famicom Mario 2. Sack of shit. So close to hot garbage, but I'm not going to do it. Yeah, Yoshi's Island is just too much fun. The mechanics were unique at the time. It took Mario and it made it different, but it made it so much more cute. Now, going back in time, would I rather have Super Mario World 2 as Mario with a cape with these graphics rather than Yoshi? Yes, I would. Yes, I would, Nintendo. I'd rather you kept Mario Mario and Yoshi Yoshi. Mario World 2 should have been another Mario game. You fucked up. Nintendo fucked up. Not to say this game isn't amazing and near perfect, but not closing the system out with what it started with, big mistake. I'll never not think that. There are a lot of moments in video games where I'm like, why the fuck would they do that? You hate to take away brilliance from something that was a great part of your life, your playability, your games, your memories. But that's a Yoshi game. They did it for name recognition to sell new IP. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I'm sure there's a lot of good reasons why they did it. I think it was a misstep. For making Mario special, he deserved his own game. Mario Land 3 should have been Mario Land 3, not the start of the Wario series. Yeah. Yeah. Well said, Dan and Sai. You're on the same subject matter there. All right, Mario's Missing. I can't lie. I like this game. I like Mario's Missing. It's fun. It's informational. And if you like to yap when you're streaming, it's just a great game. You don't have to try hard. Chat can play. You can learn some things about the world. I can't put this in A, but I will put it in B. It's a very good playthrough if you've not done it. There's no combat whatsoever. It's just mapping and history, but I love it. I grew up with it and it was so much fun to stream it. Street Fighter 2 Turbo is so good, but I don't play these games. I used Zangief and we beat the game on normal. It took us like 4 hours. It wasn't super easy. And by the time I was done, my thumb was sore. Very sore. It's like playing Guitar Hero without playing guitar. If you're not working out those strumming muscles, if you're not working out your Street Fighter muscles, which we know is a thing for those that know the series, if you're not warmed up muscle-wise, you're gonna suffer. But putting this at C is not fair. It's not my cup of tea, but I understand that it's one of the best fighting games of all time. God, it's beautiful though. The music's great. I mean, I can't go A. I can't do it. It's not on that level of love for me. But we all know Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2, whatever. I mean, it's fantastic. It's better than Mortal Kombat. I think Mortal Kombat's more fun, probably because I grew up with it, and I think the characters are more fun, the fatalities, blah, blah, blah. Because Street Fighter, you just hit each other. You ain't killing shit. It's not about death. Mortal Kombat's about motherfucking death. Burn your opponent alive, rip their spine out, spit on their corpse, 90s flair. This is not a spoiler, but there's a kid in the new, this is not a spoiler, all right? If you think this is a spoiler, fucking grow up. But there's a kid in the new seasons of Stranger Things, and he just keeps saying, suck a fat one. That's his thing. That was my favorite part of the season. This kid just keeps saying, suck a fat one, because that's what we all saw. Kids that played Mortal Kombat said things like, go suck a fat one, and then they would kill you and burn you alive. Where Street Fighter fans, a little more classy. And they're better at fighting games than Mortal Kombat players. They're much better because it's a more difficult game, and Mortal Kombat's more for, you know, again, kids that say, go suck a fat one, and ripping your spine out, you know. Street Fighter characters and players, y'all a different breed of excellent, and I respect the shit out of you for it. I remember renting Mario's Missing as a kid. I thought it was going to be an awesome playing a Luigi-centric game. Yeah. I mean, if you had a little brother, a little sister, and you wanted a calm game, I think Mario's Missing is really fun. I think it was really, oh my God, Balls 3D. That one and Rise of the Robots, whatever this one's called. This is the biggest piece of shit game in the system for fighting. I think it's called Rise of the Robots. And our good friend Sierra pointed this out. I was showing her my jank games. Look at the spelling of this. Look at how they spelled video. V-I-E-D-O. Vido Warehouse. Yeah, good job, dipshit. Yeah, come on down to Vido Warehouse and rent yourself Rise of the Robots. Yeah. That game is hot garbage for sure. Yes, Garfishy, thanks for being a first-time chatter. And Huge Ass, it's nice to see you. Fuck the tomorrow. Fuck the Hulk Hogan! This is also the other ass game on the Super Nintendo that no one wants to play. Pit Fighter is a shit port for this system, and it's in my pile of bullshit jank. But anyways, I am not a fighting game player. Next to JRPGs and tactics games, I think fighting games are the most difficult games on the planet. Anyone that has any type of stake in any type of difficult game, point and clicks are pretty tough too. But I think Street Fighter is just, there's a reason why it's still so popular and why it was the 5th best-selling game on the Super Nintendo. It takes talent. It's hardcore. You think you're good at Street Fighter? Get online. Go see how good you are. Have fun. I mean, I'm not. My friend who's been playing it his whole life, I watch him get the snot kicked out of him. And he's very talented. And I'll watch him get fucked up online. Fucked up. I just grabbed the Super Nintendo controller for some reason. Anyways, Street Fighter, great game. Maybe I'll get more into it in the future if my hands can ever work out well enough. Okay, Space Megaforce. We played this on hard mode. Why? Because I love shmups. I love pattern recognition. I love movement. I love shoot 'em ups and platformers. I think in this era of Super Nintendo, more than any other gameplay style, even more than RPGs, believe it or not. I get more out of it. Hold my stick. Hyper Street Fighter 2 was the bomb on SNES. Ooh, interesting. I never played anything besides Turbo, and I did buy this game in box like 5 years ago. So happy I did, because it's risen in price pretty well. All right, so anyway, Space Megaforce is a really good shmup. Does anyone in chat who wants bonus points? What is this called in Japan? There's like 10 of these games in Japan, but it's not called Space Megaforce. It's like Alir or something. It's some name, and it's a very well-loved shmup series. This game is very pretty. It's a little tough. My one gripe with Space Megaforce is it's a little tough to see what's the background and what's in front of you, like what you can ride on, what you can't, what you're gonna crash into. It's a little tough to tell. Other than that, it's really good. But it has checkpoints. So it's very, very, Space Megaforce is very kind to its users. You get a checkpoint every level, and every level is just one level and a boss. So you have to master the level and then the boss, which is, again, that's very nice. Where other games, like we're gonna review in a minute here, Twinkle Tail, you only get so many lives. You get checkpoints at the levels, but when you're out of lives, you have to reset the entire run from World 1. I think that's the more fair style to make a game difficult, where if you just get infinite continues forever at World 7, like Space Megaforce, how hard is it really? For this reason alone, should there be easy shmups? I don't think so. I don't think there should. Yeah, Super LS, thank you. I think there's much better shmups out there on Super Nintendo. Not to say this game isn't really good. I probably should put it in B. But a game on hard mode that I can get through in like a stream, that's why we're gonna put it there. Super Widget for Super Nintendo, based off of a cartoon series that none of us probably knew. I think this game's better than Castlevania 3. a la carte path. If you weren't here earlier, the reason why Dracula's Curse is on hot garbage is because I played the a la carte path. The game didn't tell us that was the hardcore mode, and I fucking hated it. So in the future, we'll play Castlevania 3 again on not a la carte path, and I'll probably give it like an A rank, honestly. But for what that shit was, fuck off. Anyways, Super Widget, there's nothing to it. It's super easy, a lot of continues, very bland graphics. Kind of interesting concept of you get new powers and you have new shots, you have new visuals on your character. Like, it's kind of cool that you get to evolve into like new things. I don't remember what they were. Like, you're a tank one level, you're an airplane the next. I don't remember. You're an alien. Gonna be lurking, playing Dragon's Crown Pro. Ooh, good luck with the list. Thank you, Couch Guy. Yeah, we got some work to go. Aladdin for the Super Nintendo. Well, I like this game quite a bit, but it's really easy. It's absurdly easy. Actually, this game's so easy, we almost went deathless on our first attempt, given I've played it a lot of my life. We were deathless on the last level, and I think the one time we died, we just fell in a pit. So, I mean, there's really not much to Aladdin, but I do love it a lot. I can't put it in C. Oh, but putting it equal with Luigi's Mansion or Mario's Missing is just so fucked up. But I'll say it again, Mario's Missing is great. Home Alone for the SNES. Well, it's easy. And the music for the basement is awesome. Let's find it real quick. Oh, actually, well, I kind of want to. Let's do it. Fuck it. Home Alone SNES basement song. This song had no business in this game. I mean, when we got down there, we played the other Home Alone games recently on the NES. I didn't finish either of them. We got like 16 and a half minutes, I think, on the first one, and we got to World 2 in the second game. Those aren't special. But I'll say it again, that's a bit of a banger. I'll go back to this. But we still can't give it a good review. I mean, even though I grew up with this game, we got it on Christmas morning the year it came out. Me and my sister loved Home Alone. It was the perfect age for us. The movie is spectacular. The games are all not great. I hear the Genesis one has a little more merit. But let's put this... I mean, it's not good. I gotta put it below. I mean, it's not great. It's not a great game. Lion King! I think this might be one of those games where everyone says it's difficult, and I'm like, how? I know it's not that hard. The Scar fight's confusing, and the just can't wait to be king level with the monkeys and the hippopotamus, it's a little jank box tough. Other than that, like, I don't see like, Meta Dragoon, welcome in. It's so nice to see you. Yeah, B. Yeah, I think it being right next to Aladdin is perfect, but can we talk about this? Do we really think Lion King's that like super difficult of a game? I just think a lot of people played it as a young kid and couldn't beat it because they were a young kid. It took me and my sister quite a while to beat it the first time, I'm sure of it. Maybe it was 6 months, maybe it was 2, maybe we played it, I don't remember. But like, I hear people say it all the time and I'm just like, are you sure you're not talking about Toy Story? There's people that don't think Toy Story is hard too, but I do. I think that game was really difficult. Yeah, I think right next to Aladdin is perfect. I would give it... Aladdin's more fun. Lion King's more difficult. Right? Aladdin is much more fun. Lion King's more difficult. But they're both really good games. I mean, Capcom did a better job. Oh man, Toy Story... Bombshell Boy, welcome in, by the way. It's so nice to see you. Toy Story really kicked my ass. Let's do that one next, just because we can. Where is it? There you are. Y'all may think that I'm fucking nuts for doing this. But I think Toy Story is the best of the three because it innovates better. Thank you so much, Sai. That is so nice of you. Our friend Bombshell Boy does beatboxing in modern and old, and is 420 friendly and super fucking nice. So if you love the vibes here, you will love him as well. Let's do another scoom. And let me put Toy Story. I'm gonna do this. I'm being dead ass serious. Toy Story just has much more going on for it. It's not just platforming every level. There's many different styles. There's the RC racing at multiple times. There's the 3D arcade unit. There's boss fights. You're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? It's just kind of more my cup of tea. I'm gonna blow my nose real quick. Excuse me one sec. Also, it's worth noting that Toy Story for the Genesis and Super Nintendo are very similar. Genesis is better because it has more content, and I think the sound is better. Lion King is the same between Super Nintendo and Genesis, but I hear it's also better on Genesis because it's cleaner, less jank of the hitboxes. And Aladdin is completely different. I believe we have to review Aladdin as well. I didn't put it in here. I did, okay. Let's do Aladdin for Genesis, all right? I'm not gonna take long for this debate because it's far less great of a game than the Super Nintendo, all right? The games at least are different, and that's why I love it. I would put it equal because both games are super easy in my opinion, but I didn't play the Genesis one growing up, so I don't have that nostalgia factor. And I don't think it's by Capcom, it's by Disney Interactive or Virgin Interactive, something like that. But it's just a little less. It's just a little less to me. It doesn't mean it's not a great platformer. And I think most people do prefer the Genesis version because at that year, I don't know. We played, I think, honestly, I think 99% of everyone through that era played one or the other. You know, because Aladdin was a hot movie. We were all probably younger. I was 11 when Aladdin came out, or 10 or whatever. And we all played the video game on one system or another. And we weren't told that like this one's completely different. It should say that on the cover. Not the same as Genesis, right? But that's not how things worked. And let me give you a shout out as well. Retro Sai is also a streamer. Thank you for shouting out Bombshell Boy and being here helping, you know, with raids and all the normal stuff. I really appreciate you. He streams on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and is a lovely person, full of care for others and shout outs, and has his own custom built video game console that houses all the systems, even the Wonder Swan in the, you know, N-Gage and whatever. Has full access to all these games and is a preservist of all sorts of video games, and is also a musician and so much, and you know, is a mod here now too. So thanks for being you and being present. Go follow this absolute legend. I especially point to the OST of the Genesis version is better. Yeah, it's just a better usage of the hardware at hand. Yeah, and I think it runs more powerfully. It's one of those things where like I don't even like debating the two, but I grew up with the SNES version, so I have to take sides with it. That's kind of where I sit with that. Maju Uong, the King of Demons. Wow, this game was pretty badass. We're gonna put this a stage above. We gotta go A. Oh my God, the motherfucking Dango!
It's the motherfucking D Dan Nguyen crew. Chicago Bears #2 Da Bears. How we doing, everyone?
How the fuck did they win that? They were down 16-0 before I started stream. Crazy. Yeah, agreed. It's a silly argument. Unless you haven't played one or the other. Thank you so much. Oh, they didn't win, but they're still #2? Well, you know, it's football. I don't know what to think about sports anymore. I'm losing my love. But please follow Big Will, a great friend of the channel, and a 19-month streaker. You some bitch. Eagles lost is how we are still #2. Wow. So we get 2 home games? We get home on the first game and the second game. Anyways, Big Will had a great time playing through Split Faction yesterday, or Split Fiction, and then you were playing something else fun after that. But you gave it a great review. Please follow Will if you're newer here. Mod, great friend, great vibes. He's super nice and shouts everyone out and has a big heart and likes to play a lot of community building games. What did we put up here? Oh yeah, Maju Uong, King of Demons. I'll say it again. Fantastic platformer. It's a horror-ish game. We played it in October for this reason where, I mean, quite honestly, the story is fucking ludicrous. I think it's your wife is murdered and then your kid is kidnapped by the devil. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what the opening storyline was. And then you know, the last fight is intense and insane and gross. The boss fights are epic and huge and like, it's really, really, really good. I'd highly recommend Maju Uong, King of Demons, to anyone that loves 16-bit games, especially platformers. You may even sneak it into the S rank. It's close. We did the true ending as well, which was really fun. All right, so the only picture I misclicked on here, we're gonna leave this icon here the entire time. This is also Evo, but Evolution by Enix for the Super Nintendo, where you start off as a, you know, a small creature and you evolve into a bigger one. It's a platformer. It's extremely grindy. And the music fucking sucks. God, the soundtrack in this game was terrible. Not to say there weren't good songs, but it's literally like bad. They just didn't finish it. Or whoever was working on this game, because this is an Enix game, they just got the budget cut and they're like, no, it's okay, loop it for 7 seconds. But sir, no, we said loop it for 7 fucking seconds and let people go insane. But if you like grindy games, the graphics and the sprites are fantastic. The game overall was very fun. I don't mind a good grind. It's not a great streaming game, in my opinion, because the grinding and the low energy music, I kind of want to put it at C. But I can't do that because the gameplay is too unique. And it does deserve props for being that. You're a unique platformer on the Super Nintendo, you got my respect. And this is one where it's unique and it's not a puzzler. Like, I hate when platformers are just like, oh, figure out what to do in this level up and down. God damn it. Nor do you have to like escort a character. Every company has their dud, right? Is it really better than Genesis Aladdin? No. I just remember Genesis Aladdin, I literally got through it in like 3 hours or whatever it was. And the only part I got stuck on was that fucking cave because I couldn't tell where the edge of the cliff was on that jump in the lava. I couldn't tell the depth. If it wasn't for that part, it would have been a 2-hour playthrough. Where Evo took 6 streams, 5 streams. So, you know, again, how I review things isn't necessarily how good the game is. It's like, and truly, like, let's just end the debate here. I'm gonna do this because I think it's honestly fair. I'm gonna just do this. Because Aladdin for Super Nintendo suffers from that very same problem. It's just too damn easy. Hey, Moggy! Dude. Big Will or Sai, can we get a shout out for Cinemoggy? I know you don't stream often, and you said it when stream without me saying it, but our friend Moggy here has, what do you call it, an ASMR voice? You're playing one of my favorite games of all time, and our LGBTQA friendly or streamer known for their voice and warm, cozy, sultry. Yeah, your voice is amazing. All right, and you're very in-depth about your conversation of the game. So a very intellectual person that just, I don't know, very cozy vibes. I mean, Dave the Diver's gonna get that to anyone, but with your voice, and you were reading like every mission and talking about the details of like why a character would think this way or do something, that's just really good. That's really, really good. And that's one thing I told myself before I started streaming. I said, if I have nothing to say, let's go inside the game. Let's start talking about what Dave would think. What kind of shoes is he, you know, whatever. Just talk about the atmosphere. You do a great job at it. So if you're not following Moggy, you should. Really, really cool, chill vibes over there. And also very 420 friendly. And yeah, we're doing tier listing right now. And it's so nice to see you because I got to spend some time with you last night. That was fun. I like this though. I truly do think Lion King is a better stream game than both Aladdin's as well as Toy Story. Not saying these are bad streaming games. I just think they were actually made for kids. And that leaves very little difficulty for us adults to have, you know, a little rage or a little challenge in there. And that's why this is here. That's why these two are here. And fuck this game in general. Xenogears should get put in a category of like, I want to say it's a 9 out of 10, but not for stream. Kick dirt on that shit. Let my dog urinate on it and kick dirt as a streamer. So I hope that makes sense to people why Castlevania and Xenogears would be this low. It's like, I just didn't have a good time playing them. I thought they sucked. Anyways, let's go to Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse, another game I grew up with. The music and the atmosphere, the graphics, the power-ups, the abilities. I'm trying to ask myself right now, how good I feel about what we're looking at, what we've done. I really enjoy Adventure Island, so I feel good about these two being where they are. Same with this, same with that. But I feel a little rough about what we did with, well, you know what, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm getting my Disney nostalgia for growing up and my love of a little bit of a challenge mixed up somehow. But when I'm doing these reviews on the spot, I'm going with my gut as opposed to like, let me just put this on pen and paper and I'll weigh pros and cons. So, moving on to Mickey Mouse and the Magical Quest. This game's really good. It's super cute. It's very easy. I don't even remember the last boss fight, but all of it gives you very much a chance. And it sits on that. It's a very well-designed game for someone like at the age of 10, which is what I probably played it at first. I don't think we rented it a ton. I don't think we ever owned it as kids. We wanted it and we never got it, type of a thing. It's really good, Bombshell. Let's put it, I honestly think it's better than Lion King and Aladdin. I think it's more fun. So I gotta put it on B. I'm telling you right now, I got a weird love for this Toy Story game. I think because it has more difficulty, I'm just so drawn to it. I want to play it again. I want to play Toy Story again. All right, DKC2 Deathless. I'm not gonna make this suspenseful. All right, this game needed a nice challenge, and there's no fucking way the DKC2 music just started playing. I'm not setting this up. It's just happening naturally. That's the third time today where it's fallen like that. How in the fuck? Woo! Man, that spiked my adrenaline. It's my favorite game of all time. All right, DKC2 Deathless was just... my confidence and my pleasure and my adrenaline through that final run. I felt alive. I felt so damn good. Now, given this is a fresh first play, doing something deathless is not the same as the vanilla game, right? And it took us many streams to do it. Over 10, 80 hours plus. Just like this goddamn game. Super G&G, you beautiful S-ranked piece of shit. Took so much work. But it was such a gratifying feeling, and I think Super Ghouls and Ghosts is a 9.9. It has a couple of hitbox issues, and its difficulty is that of which Satan created. But that's okay. That's what makes it special. Capcom hit a home run with that game. I think it's from 1990. It's fucking unreal good. It's better than the other games. It's better than Yoshi's Island and Mario RPG. on the S rank, but I loved it so much. It might get Game of the Year. It's really good. Okay, so this is the Magical Quest 3, which I just played with Sierra EXE on Sunday. I'm gonna just put both these games together. Well, this one's a little better. This was 2-player, but it really wasn't that challenging, and it wasn't as memorable. Donald Duck. We're just gonna put them both on C. They were silly games, and you know what? We never predicted playing those. We were gonna fire up Earthbound on Sunday originally, and it just got too late. Prep took too long for everything in the room, and it turned into, fuck it, let's just play some Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse. And it ended up being a great stream because we beat 2 games organically from scratch with no knowledge. Well, the Donald Duck game we had played briefly before, but not anything more than the first couple levels, and it was like almost like the demo for the game. So this one right here is Donald Duck and the Magical Hat, only released on the Super Famicom. And this is Magical Quest 3, starring Mickey and Donald, which was also maybe released in Europe, but only in Japan otherwise. We did not get either of these games in the States, but I would recommend them as Disney, you know, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck fans. They're easy, very forgiving, and you're gonna feel like a champion beating them, so go play them. Twinkle Tail! This game was really good. Yeah, Instant A. Instant A. It's a shoot 'em up where this cute little character and she has to save the kingdom from evilness, and it's grueling. It's just like Super Ghouls and Ghosts, there's limited amount of lives you get, and you move up, down, left, right on the ground, and then sometimes you're flying. I think sometimes you're flying. But all in all, Twinkle Tail is a shmup to be played. If you love shoot 'em ups from the 16-bit era, this one was only released in Japan. It's still called the Genesis in Japan, I assume. Hangus McCrangus, welcome in. It's so nice to see you. We're reviewing some Super Nintendo, Sega Gen. Well, we're reviewing games for the whole year, 2025. And if y'all had a favorite playthrough, please let us know. Another Genesis shmup we played was Insector X. This one was, this was good, but not as good as Twinkle Tail. I'm gonna throw this in the C rank. It's passable, but if you like shmups, I believe the music and the difficulty level were good enough, and it's very playable. It's very playable. I can't put it in B though. Oh man, yeah, see, like this feels right. This Maju Oolong was so good. All right. Was this Ghouls and Goblins? Whatever the Sega Genesis version of Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, I don't, you know, these names, Capcom, get fucked. I will never figure out which one is which through Game Boy, Super Nintendo. I mean, Super G&G is the one that I can say the easiest because I say that. But I think the Game Boy Color is Ghosts and Goblins. The NES is Ghouls and, I don't know anymore. They just switch Ghouls, Ghosts, and Goblins in a different ways, and fuck them all. So Ghosts and Goblins for the Genesis, it fell short. I don't know why it was so much easier, but it was. I can't remember reasons. We played this in the summertime. I really don't remember it, but it was still fun. I mean, I gotta put it on the B category at least. I don't want to throw an A because we did it in one stream, which means, you know, it's surely no Super G&G. Or maybe I'm just worse at games as I was playing it. But still, a fantastic platformer, and, you know, probably a top 20, 30 platformer on the system, on the Sega. So, still really cool, and I loved playing it. Let's go down here into some random, like, we'll get back into Genesis. Let's cut down here. Oh, God. I want to do Master Quest. I just want to put it right here on D. Fucking Nintendo making Master Quest makes no sense. I don't know what the story was in Japan, but all they did was switch the dungeons and they made them all worse. Corny, thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate you, friend. It's so nice of you. Yeah, Master Quest sucked. You took a perfect classic and you just made all the dungeons confusing, unfulfilling, frustrating. There's misleading dead ends. There's puzzles that are super hitbox sensitive. Garbage version of the game. I would never recommend it anyone plays it unless, you know, you're an Ocarina of Time enthusiast or lover of the series and like, or lover of that game specifically. If you want to try a different form of Ocarina of Time, definitely try it, knowing that it's far less. It's the same game everywhere else, but the dungeons are different. And believe me, if you're not using a guide or getting help, those hitbox issues are super frustrating. You think you're like, oh, I already tried that. No, you just didn't hit well. It's really bad. It's a piece of garbage. Super Meat Boy. Wowee. Let's just put this here so I can see up a little bit. I can't not put this on A. I kind of want to put it on S. Yeah, I kind of want to put it on S. It's between A and S. Yeah. Because you can increase your own difficulty if you got the balls for it. If you want to play this game on a harder level, just go for the bandages. Go for the wormholes. Go ahead. You'll find your difficulty. The base game is not too tough. If you know platformers well and you have your timing down or whatever. It's better than all the platformers below. On the A ranking. It's better than Maju Oolong, Toy Story. I really like Adventure Island too. And DK, I mean, yeah, I gotta go S. I've always loved this game, and I've always saw it as a perfect platformer. It also, yeah, it controls so good. I mean, it controls perfect. It just made platformers great again. Name a game, a platformer. Like, I can only think of like Virtual Joe or Beautiful Joe. What platformer came out before Super Meat Boy that was relevant, that was S tier in those years? There's nothing. And if there is, maybe I forgot. I don't know. This is like a 20-year-old game though. And like it brought platformers back, in my opinion. Maybe there was another game that did it, I'm forgetting. But Super Meat Boy deserves all the credit in the world for being like the one that re-sparked devs to be like, whoa, like we can still make good 2D platformers? Of course you can! Y'all gave up thinking it was dead. It never died. We just got stupid. So I gotta give it credit for that. It's like a founder. Yeah, it revived the genre. It was 2010. Okay. Yeah, it's perfect. I heard the sequel is terrible. Shovel Knight was 2014 and owes it to Meat Boy, to Metal Boy. Okay. Or are you trying to say Meat Boy there? Let's go to a Wii U game. Yeah, it's a Super Meat Boy. Yep. I like that. No, it's okay. Let's just go right to Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Really, really fun. The graphics, the coldness. It added a third button. You know, it doesn't just have like the roll and the jump. It adds like a swing attack, which was really cool. It makes it not very DKC to me, but it doesn't mean the game still isn't spectacular. Can I go S on this though? I don't think so. It's damn good though. It's really fresh in my brain, so I'm gonna just stick it to A. I think A is where it should go. You played so many games this year, it's awesome. Yes, I believe this is just under 100, and I did leave some out. I believe I left like Cruising USA out and a couple of like racing, so we like beat like 100. It was like 100 games, give or take. I think this list is like 90 something, plus the ones I left out. Resident Evil on the Sega Saturn. Woo! Ah, it's so good. I gotta go S rank. I love Resident Evil 1. I'm not putting that on A. I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not doing it. Resident Evil 1, whatever form of it. I don't give a shit. The Mansion Resident Evil games, AKA the remake on GameCube, the Saturn, the PS1, the Director's Cut. I don't fucking care. They all rule. And if they remake this game when they do and they fuck it up, I'll just be like, that's fine. This is why, it's fine. We'll see. I hope they make it very close to the original. I don't know how they're going to do it over the shoulder. I don't know. I don't know what Capcom's going to do with it, but good luck. I think this game is near perfect. It's one of the best PlayStation 1 games. Yeah, it's nothing but love. Nothing but love for RE1. You innovated the horror genre with this game. Just like Super Meat Boy brought on platformers back, or Ghouls and Ghosts probably looked at as one of the hardest platformers in the Super Nintendo. I mean, this is one of the most beautiful. I just think it's perfect. Or not perfect, near perfect. Let's take a short moment. I want to take a scoom. Doggy, I saw you did 24. I sleep lurked you to one night, and I woke up and you were still on, and I didn't even say anything, but like, dude, like, what the fuck you doing going 24 hours? Very, very cool of you. It was a pleasure to raid in. We love Doggy Fresh. Please. Hello, Melly. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday, you and Doggy. And if you're not following Doggy, you should. He loves to play modern COD. Big first-person shooter player, so if that's your cup of tea, follow him. You'll see some familiars over there. They're just starting off their streaming journey, and I've known them for, I don't know, 15 years. Fresh Bowl, Astronauts. Oh my God. Wait, is that your strain, Spike? It's called Astronauts? Just playing games with friends, been on the grind to hit Master Prestige for Warzone. Good God. I don't know what that means anymore, but I know it's a lot of work. Yeah, you should, Melly. You'll love him. You'll love him. And make sure you're following. I'm going to pack up in 1 second. And our friend Melly also plays COD games and cozy games. Cozy and chaotic. We love Melly. She's the other person that's not Gordo that I call you by a name that's not your actual, your tagger name, which it's fine. We got wine tonight. Let's go. I have sake downstairs, but I'm not going to drink it. I need a break. All right, that's right. We're just going to hit the bowl on tonight because it's whatever. So for those on YouTube that are offended by this, I mean, I'm sorry. Sometimes I just don't care, and this is one of those days today. Yeah, appreciate you too, Doggy, Melly, Spike, Moggy, everyone that just came in, tagging along and popping a squat in the Scoom room with everyone. Let's go. I gotta learn, Moggy, I'm gonna learn from you. I got some learning to do from you. Take that how you want. Can I get my voice to sound that good? PBR? Oh, that's better than a bowl in my opinion. That's better than a bowl. Oh man, I could, you know what makes me proud about Robot, why I love PBR so much? It's a simple answer beyond its taste. Randy fucking Marsh. Randy Marsh is why PBR makes me like just want to take my shirt off and just drink beer. And just be like, oh, I don't care. I'm single and I got my own house and I got beer. PBR is fucking great. I just want to laugh like Randy and just run around in circles in my skibbies. Yeah, I get it. I do. Randy Marsh is the best character in South Park. I almost made an emote for him. Anyways, I always scoomed to many and so much love. We're doing good on the reviews. And right now I'm going to say that we're looking at either Super Ghouls and Ghosts or DKC2 Deathless is Game of the Year right now. That's where my heart's at. I also will say that Lufia 2 touched me in the right way. If I give Lufia 2 Game of the Year, I'm buying that shit CIB tonight. At whatever the cost. I'll sell on eBay. I don't care. I'm getting it. Anyways, cheers, everyone. Lufia 2, I don't want to spoil nothing. But my God, even though there's a little bit of like, I don't think you would, I guess you would call it translation error. But Lufia 2's story was really good. Sorry, I wanted to give a little update of like where I'm going because that's the big deal to me. I gave it to Final Fantasy VII the first year as a streamer because it made me so emotional. That last fight, woo, man, it struck some chords. Let's go to Toe Jam and Earl. Wake up! It's currently 400. No! I have things to sell. You guys want to see my sell stack? Hey, Knox, welcome in. You have a copy. What do you mean sitting around? Like an extra copy? You want to do some trade? I'm selling this. I already sold that to a friend. I got a mint copy of this 2-disc. I got a mint copy of this. I got a mint copy of this. And then I have a bunch of strategy manuals I have to sell. So hopefully all of these can earn a copy of that game. It's in a box in the kitchen. Let me... Dude, on stream negotiating. Meant to ask Dango, I have a little money to burn. I am better off going to a local retro store shop for a Super Nintendo price wise. Well, I think we sell ours for 90. So with my discount and shipping, it would probably equal around that. So if, you know, it really depends what you want to do, Melly. We could talk about it though. I'll definitely DM you and, or DM me right now so I remember. And Knox, I hope you're having a fantastic night. I also have like this Pokemon thing. I'm probably gonna keep this, but I made a little pile of things I'm gonna sell. Most of those are duplicates and or like I don't want them anymore for other reasons. So anyways, I really loved Lufia 2. Online Eric! Using his copy of Lufia 2 as a cut. Dude, like... Alright, again, I have to give one of these games Game of the Year, and there's no secondary award. But let's move on to, I don't know, Monsters, Inc. for the GameCube. How much for Mario Kart? Well, if you're looking to buy it from me, well, you know, obviously I'll give you a deal. I have a whole... When I sell things to friends, I usually take 20% off of eBay's going rate or price charting's going rate at that condition. I take 20% off just because selling things is a hassle. So why not give someone a discount and incentive to buy it? And please DM me right now and I'll get to you after stream. 100%. All right. Monsters, Inc. Scream Arena for the GameCube. This game's $5 right now for a reason. Because it's hot fucking garbage. It's a dodgeball game. It kinda holds a little bit of entertainment. We got to the second to last level on a we'll call it a 4-hour playthrough to beat this game. We got to the second to last level deathless. It sucks. Don't buy this game unless you really like dodgeball. Even if you like Monsters Inc. and dodgeball, you're probably still gonna suffer. The copy in the kitchen doesn't have the manual. Dude, but like, is that a spare copy or is that your copy? Have you seen Breath of Fire 3 in the B category? I would agree. Yes. Well, thank you for saying that. Yeah, I mean, it's a great game. Breath of Fire 3 was fantastic. Spare? Well, dude, send me some pics, bro. How's that box looking? I just may, you know, I'm going to be getting a P.O. box this month because I promised chat that I would, and I'm going to get it. But if I give that game Game of the Year, I would happily buy it. If as long as it's like 8.0, 7.5 or better, I'm interested. If you're even. I have Lufia 2, but reserved for the kiddos. Oh, no worries. No worries. I mean, there's always the internet, and I work at a store that has a copy, but it's not a very good one. Pokemon Channel was out of my price range, so I ended up playing on my Unbearnick, and it was very cute. Okay, what is that? But you just have it laying around, then I gotta have 4 copies of FF10 for PS2. That happens. It's got light damage, but I have a couple others options for you. What the fuck? What does that mean? You have multiple Lufia 2s? Like sun damage? Okay. I'm a big fan of not going under 7.0. So I have one Super Nintendo game with light sun damage, but it's only on like the small side. Let's do another review. Let's do Ghostbusters for the Genesis, because we got Sai here, and this was a really fun game. It was challenging. And we beat this goddamn game with one on our last continue, on our last life, on our last hit point. If we would have got hit one more time, we would have gone back the entire world. That was epic as fuck. I age my games like wine in a basement. Oh, that's so beautiful to hear. Keep doing it. I'm gonna have to sell some stuff this year, but most of it's extras, and I just, you know, I gotta do some things. I gotta. Shells, yeah. Yeah. All right, so let's put this in the A. Oh, but Ninja Turtles. All right, it's better than Turtles. My nostalgia puts this here. It doesn't deserve to be in B in the first place, but I will say that Turtles on the NES it's still like nostalgic fun to me. But Ghostbusters on Genesis is a really good platformer that uses good boss fights. There's 3 per level, something like that. There's like 3. Dango, DM me someplace I can ship something. I'll get it shipped to you. I will have my PO box this month, so I'll get back to you on that very soon. And then, like, yeah, we'll definitely. Sounds great, man. I mean, I don't even have the cart for that game. I have the cart for the first one, but not that one. This list is looking great. Well, thank you so much, Anime Jane. I appreciate it. And hard to agree with turtle placement. Yeah, no, it's fun, and I think Ghostbusters is an underrated gem. No. We're gonna send each other something because I'm sure I have something in my collection. We're not doing that right now. That's way like I just can't do it right now. I can't think about that right now. And if that's the case, I gotta send you something nice that I know you don't have that I know you'll love. Anyways, we'll get there. Shadow Fox, welcome in. Thank you so much, by the way, Sai. That is like, hearing that is just. I don't have many games I don't own that I really want. If you all want to know what they are, Mario Kart 64 I don't have in box. And I can't even think of many more, honestly. I don't have many games I really want, but Lufia 2 really, like I said, it touched me the right way. And I can't deny like how much fun I had going through it. Paris ID, that was great to see you experience and great for me to relive. Well, that's good. I'm happy to hear that. It's an emulation handheld where you can play GameCube, PS2 games, and I only use for the games that are out of my well, that's so understandable, Melly. I get it. I totally get it. And I'm glad you got to play Pokemon Channel. Let's review that one, since we just did Ghostbusters. Well, Pichu. This had a lot of cool Pokemon content. If you like Pokemon and you have not played Pokemon Channel, all right, real talk, go and try it out somehow. Is it a great game? No, but it's cute as fuck. We can't always deny the things that are cute that you want to play with. Pokemon Channel's that game. It's kind of like Animal Crossing Chibi Robo. You get a little bit of freedom and you get a little bit of like decorate your stuff, but it's a lot of context and just Pokemon questions, and it's strange. But I can't shit on this game, but I can't give it a great review because it's not much of a game, but it's worth streaming. I can't put it in, maybe, do I love it more than C? Hold on. I think I love it more than C. I'm gonna put it on B. I'm gonna put this on B because looking at the games in the C list, I instantly like it more than all of them. This is right. It goes to B. It goes to B. It's cute as fuck, adorbs, all the above. I would honestly, this game I think is pushing $100. If you're a collector, like Pokemon Channel's pretty damn cool. It's not, I expected it to be way less fun. There's also an anime included within it called the Detective Pichu. Or no, it's called Pichu Brothers. I believe it's called Pichu Brothers. It was endearing. It wasn't anything incredible, but it did good at what it went for. I think personally, yeah, it's good. I generally had fun playing Pokemon Channel, and it was just one of those, oh my God, I know. Pokemon CIB is just, Moving on to the next one. How about Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Motherfucking Liberty? MGS2, we only played 3 games on the PS2, they're all right here. We got Twisted Metal Black, Castlevania Lament of Innocence, and Metal Gear 2. Hands down, Metal Gear is the best game of these 3. Now, I know Twisted Metal Black is really, really good and loved. But Metal Gear Solid 2 is a top 3 game on the system. End of discussion. Well, top 3 might be a little extreme, but per reviews in the era, Metal Gear Solid 2 is definitely a top 3 reviewed game on the PS2. That I know for sure, especially back in its day. Now I don't know, but I think beyond the very political ending, which is super real and true. If you have not played MGS2, I'm trying to stay very vague of why it's special, but it is like, they call it a spy espionage, or a tactical espionage game, because you're strategically trying to move around and there's so many options to do each task or chore within the game. It gives you so much freedom, and in the year it came out, nothing could compare. That's why Hideo Kojima in those years was so special. He outdid every other company or developer that was making a game in that way or manner, which was basically copying off him, who he took from movies and inspiration like that. I mean, but like, I think I have to put this in S. If I put it in A, it's because no, the streaming experience is pretty good. I have to start galloping these. I gotta put it in S. I think Metal Gear Solid in general, 1, 2, 3, 4, are all golden stream material. Game Boy Color is supposed to be good. I played this back in its day. This was my second playthrough. And I could not believe how, again, like the main story, you think it's about all these characters in this boat, right? I'm not going to spoil anything. You think it's about all the, like this thing. It's not. There's so many messages about our lives and our ways of life. It's kind of terrifying. It's terrifying. That's the word I want to use. It's a cinematic masterpiece. Yeah, that too. The motion capture and everything was really insanely awesome. All right, moving on. You know, I think during its day I would give it an S, but I'm gonna put it in A. I always felt like the third Metal Gear and the first Metal Gear were better than 2. But I also didn't play 2 on its year. I think I played it like 2 years after it came out. And honestly, I'd probably put Metal Gear Solid 3 as perfect. I would probably put MGS3 as perfect. Metal Gear Solid 3 as S, which is like 9.9. And MGS2 probably sits at like a mid to high 9. As a stream game, I will say this. It had been 20 whatever years since I played it. I just said this, but I'm gonna say it again. I was shocked at how real the messages were reading them at my age. Understanding the meanings behind the meanings. Like, my God. Everything they say about it is such a good game to play in 2025. You know what? I'm going back again. I'm going back again. This game has stayed true to its meaning for every year it's been out. The message within the game about, again, reality, it's insanely clean. We have fallen so far. All right, moving on. Let's do some, I did put Cruising USA in here. Great racing game. Iconic arcade racer that got ported to the N64 and it ran like a motherfucking glove. And it's super good. Fun factor level, I don't know. I mean, my nostalgia for the game is high. I got this and Mario 64 on Christmas. Love them both. But I think it took us an hour and 10 minutes to beat the game on like a good ranking. How much does it hold stream value wise? Not a grand amount. So I think I'm gonna be a little bold. I love racing games. I probably should put this on B. I'm gonna do it. I don't think it deserves a C ranking because I do find value in it still. Like, I would play it again. Where I try and think of these games as like, this is like never ever again. Again, this will get played again, just never a la carte. But these games, I'm just like, what am I gonna get out of it? Maybe I would play Home Alone again for nostalgia, to play it for a fucking half hour. Yeah, not the best racing game. It is a good one. Now this one, however, Destruction Derby 64, I want to put it on S. I want to put Destruction Derby 64 on S. It is so much fun. Let me think about this for a moment, because I'm all giddy thinking about it. I mean, for those that don't know what this game truly is, there is the mode where you just drive around in a little arena and crash into people, and last man surviving wins.
More of that, please.
And then there is the... Oh, hi, baby girl. Then there's the racing mode. We gotta move this up. There you go. And then there's the mode where it's like a figure 8. What about Spyro's Season of Ice for the Game Boy Advance? You know what? I just got a Game Boy Advance EverDrive that can play all the games. So I will play that in the near future. Shakti. Wow, that's it. Every time you come in here, I will say Shakti, because I like to scream and it just really has a presence. I mean, anyways, I have access to play it. I've never played it though. I've never played it. Bombshell Boy, thank you for the lemon skunk. Why not? Cheers. We're very 420 friendly here. We have a redeem that Bombshell Boy did. You can drink lemonade or have nachos or anything you want for the redeem. It's just a way to like clash together and say, you know, thank you and just sharing a moment. So here's our moment with everyone. Yay! Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Feel free to lurk if you don't want to chat. It's awesome to have you. Yeah, so Destruction Derby 64, honestly. Oh, I'll get your comment in a second. I already read it, Bombshell, but give me a sec. This is close to S rank. So anyways, figure 8, right? But if you crash in the middle, I mean, honestly, this is a hot take. Mario Kart 64 has nothing on Destruction Derby 64. Go ahead. Say what you want to say. This game's multiplayer is more entertaining. I don't even know if it has 4-player. It definitely has 2-player. And the thought of just that chaos of first place crashes into 6th, and all of a sudden 2, 3, and 4 catch up like, hey, perfect spade. What's good? We chill, and we're doing our tier ranking right now, and you think we're far in, but we're not. We had 100 games to do, and we're chilling right here. So, but someone said recently he wanted an S rank, and I have played 2049. Rush 2 is my favorite. Rush 2 on the N64 with the stunt arena. Oh man, those are good racers. Those are good. Because this really does deserve, as a racer on the 64, it deserves to be here. But let's be honest, who the fuck didn't own Cruising USA in the first year, or the first 6 months? If you love racing games, you bought this game because you had a goddamn arcade machine in your house. You had the N64. You were gonna get that racing game and play it on your TV because you could. Even if it is a mediocre racer. But it's awesome to see you. Perfect Spade also has fantastic community, background, love of retro, original hardware, and is an awesome, awesome, awesome person that I have just found the realest people through. So make sure you're following them and welcome in. So far, a couple hot takes, you know, hot garbage Castlevania 3 because I played a la carte path that was terrible and the game just threw me there and I had a bad time playing it. I gave Chrono a perfect, even though like it's very close to like this rank. And this is Deathless DKC2, which, you know, I almost want to move Super Ghouls and Ghost to perfect. I really, really do. I really want to just do that. What is that Genesis game in the A tier list? We got Toy Story Twinkle Tail, a shoot 'em up only released in Japan. Really good. Really good. If you like shoot 'em ups and you like a challenge, it's not like, I would say it's like a 7 out of 10 difficult game, but it's going to take some pattern memorization and resetting the game from scratch when you're out of continues or whatever, but really good. All right, let's do a Genesis one because you brought it up. Mighty Morphin Power Ranger game. You know, like, I'm not gonna say it's hot garbage because it has good music. It has fun animation, sprites. I mean, I love this Power Ranger game. I grew up with it. It is fun, but it's also a terrible fighting game. But I don't look at that. I look at it's Power Rangers. Yeah, so, Space Megaforce, I put it C because we beat that on hard mode, and I expect more for a shmup. Even though it's beautiful, and I think it had good music, I don't really remember. It's beautiful. Like, it really has this great graphic style. But it's a little too forgiving, and I think shmups could be way better than that. And I'm new to shmups, which is why Twinkle Tail's that much higher. I grew up with this SNES game beat 'em up, of a beat 'em up for what? Retro Sci. Wave Race 64 is fun. It is. That's another one of those games that I played really early that I played a lot, and now as I play it, you know, it's not my favorite in 2025. But also, I'm not a big fan of Mario Kart 64 anymore either. Oh, Power Rangers. Yeah, okay, you had the movie game. Hell yeah. No, it's okay. I smoked again. I'm losing context, but I'm still sharp. We're still staying in it. Absolute Aaron, welcome in. Yeah, Super G&G, what a classic. I'm surprised you have Space Megaforce and C for shmups. Yeah. Well, I just pretty much went over as to why. Let's do another one. Let's do... All right, I'm gonna do two games that I think are gonna fall into S. All right, Instant S, High Seas Havoc. Let's just move it here because I can't see shit. High Seas Havoc is right there with Super G&G for me. For one of the best platformers I've ever played. Necromancer, welcome in. It's so nice to see you. Oh, the movie game was also beat 'em up, but the original one was the beat 'em up on the SNES. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, that's the one you're talking about. Genesis is a fighting game. Okay. Got it. Yeah, thanks for clearing that up. I actually just found out about that game recently, that the Super Nintendo Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is not the Genesis, which is a fighting. Yeah, it's a beat 'em up, level to level, and like different stuff. Very, 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 very good knowledge, Sai, and thank you. Happy New Year. How goes your January so far? I can't lie, it's great. I got grocery shopping done today, and I cleaned my whole house. I got the Christmas shit down. You know, I've just been having a good couple of days, and yeah, it's been fun. We got Ogie here. You're the co-host again. You don't have to share with Sierra. It's just you and sometimes your sister. Very, very solemnly. Let's talk about High Seas Havoc before I read this comment from Moggy. Highest recommended platformer I would recommend to anyone. Number one. For two reasons. You probably never heard of it, and you may have not seen a Genesis game look that goddamn good. And the last fight is fantastic. Play High Seas Havoc right now if you love platformers and you were looking for something that it feels like Sonic, but it has the difficulty of Super Ghouls and Ghosts. It is perfect. I want to put this in Super G&G on perfect. I really want to. We're gonna just pump the brakes a little bit because I got to do Mega Man X4 next, and that's gonna be an insane. We're gonna roll all these up together and see where they come out. I didn't see it on the list, but I'm kind of curious next time you defocus to catch up on chat and yap a bit. Have you ever checked out Hey You Pikachu for N64? I have played it back in the day, and I remember saying, Pikachu, pick up the apple, and it did this. Pikachu, pick up the apple. Pikachu! You know, he didn't listen to me. That little fucking rat does not like my voice, so maybe I'll buy it and try it. If it doesn't work, I'll see if I'll see if like Sierra or someone in the future is like they can do their voice and it works, because it wouldn't work for me. Pikachu ain't listening. Pick Pikachu apple. I would just say two words. Kaka. I wish I had a controller to run at it and fucking grab it by its neck. You're not listening to me, and I think that game was like $70 when it came out, or $80. And Marinus, welcome in. It's so nice to see you. Thanks for the hearts and the bonk. I really appreciate that. Yeah, everyone used the new high emote. We made it for free. I wanted to make it for free because we already have the Hello Toad, which is a sub emote. So I figured, you know, that was, I give a lot of credit to Sierra here, but sometimes when she just speaks, it's like, man, that makes so much sense. Why would I not have a free hi emote, a hello for someone that's new? And we saw that bonk pixel art, and I was like, wow, I really like that. And boom. And there's our friend right now. Hello, friend. Yeah, I mean, I love 2D platformers. I've always loved bonk, and that being a free emote just makes so much sense. And it's super, super nice to see you. I hope you got some good rest after your journey. And yeah, you can see the list right now. We're super focused and having a good time. Let's see if I can get this like right. There we go. Tiny Toon Adventures Buster's Hidden Treasure is amazing and feels like Sonic is for the Sega Genesis. Aha! I will try that. That's a Genesis game, right, Shakti? Oh man, I love your name so much. I want to do more of this for more people. Like, I want everyone to have like, I'll do a slogan like, maybe learning how to say Marinus in German. Marinus Retro Lounge. You know, I want to like, everyone needs to have like a slogan or like a, you know, a saying, but Shakti is just going to be so easy. Anyways, I hope you post this tier list in your Discord so I can steal some of those S and A tier games. I absolutely will. I 100% will post this in the Discord. Yes. I look forward to doing it and sharing with everyone. And, well, Marinus, would you like to do the honors of shouting out our friend Sierra, who we had great co-streams with? We reviewed a couple of the Donald Duck games. I put at, I don't even see them. I put them right here. I put them in the C rank for being easy. No, Highlight has not been reviewed yet. We're kind of jumping around a little bit. It was something crazy too. Tried to be bold, but definitely didn't function that great. Was able to make it work though, enough play to make sure to have fun with the issues for sure. Would love to see you try and revisit it. Okay, hold on, Moggy. Moggy, what game are you talking about? Oh, Hey You Pikachu. Okay. You would love to see Hey You Pikachu. Okay, noted. I love Pokemon, and I will get to it. And there, thank you so much, everyone, for the shout-outs to Sierra. No, we're not done. We're not done. Yeah, everyone's shouting out Sierra. It's fine. I mean, you know, their presence deserves a shout-out every time because she's, you know, I've said this before, but the reason why Super Ghouls and Ghost and High Seas Havoc were an extra level of fun was because she was also, we got into Twitch at the same time. And playing through those games and having someone like just there and rooting for you, like through, again, I think High Seas Havoc was like 50 hours and Super Ghouls and Ghosts was 80 plus. You know, that was a good bonding moment for just two people that love retro, getting on Twitch at a similar time that just, you know, are there for each other through stream. And I'm sure there's many other people here too, but in those moments, just like a lot of context. And yeah, if you love retro and good vibes and a lot of the same people here, we share a 40+% community for quite a long time now. And she streams on the weekend. But thank you all so much for the shout outs. And yep, Hey You Pikachu for N64. You pronounce Marinus better than most people here in Germany. It's an Italian name based on San Marino Latino. Or Lat, okay. The man from the ocean. I see. I see. Very good. All right, hydrate and we grab another game. Hydration. Let's go grab a game. Should we do virtual highlight now? Let's do it. We've been kind of doing that as people come in. We pick a game. Well, let me first and foremost say the biggest piece of confusion with why virtual highlight is a bad game is because the frame rate's bad. However, stealing this from our friend Lord Pookums, and I've said it before, this is Sierra's favorite game of all time. And it has bad frame rate, yes. But it doesn't affect your timing or your hitboxes. If you swing at something, what you're seeing is lined up with when you're pressing. So even though it looks like shit, it doesn't play like shit. That's the biggest thing that people instantly are like, whoa, this game looks terrible. It's so fast. And I mean, I'm not gonna say I love it anywhere near the level of our friend. I think it's extremely playable. And if you love fantasy and the PlayStation 1 Saturn era, I think it's a must play. But where do I put it on this list? Well, I can't possibly put it on A. And it deserves better than C. I love the movie Legend. I love 80s fantasy. And I am obsessed with the PlayStation 1 Saturn era. And that's my goal of 2026, to get my Saturn and my PlayStation 1 modded with all the games, so I can play them all original hardware and not have to worry about collecting and spending money on that stuff and focusing on stream. And games like this and games like Silent Hill, whatever, they motivate me to get that done. So we're gonna put it on B. I did have fun playing it. I apparently got really good items through the playthrough, good RNG, and I love the strategy and the boss fights, the vagueness of the map, the randomness of the map. Every playthrough is different. The music was very whimsical and charming, and there was a lot of secrets to figure out with the, well, I don't want to spoil things, but like the things with the fairies, that was tough. And, you know, again, the stretch with the boss fights, the amount of items. Came in pretty fast. Do you see my last message I sent? No. I'll go up there and look for it. Hold on 1 second. I'll find your message. I made a Spotify playlist of every single song and album from the Gorillaz. Want to guess how many? Oh man, yeah. Please tell me how long the playlist is. I wish I had Spotify. Every time someone shares a playlist, it goes to Spotify, and I don't have it. I was an Amazon Music user. Now I'm YouTube, but I'm about to leave YouTube again because it's just too expensive. 25 hours. Excellent. All right. So yeah, virtual highlight. It probably, honestly, it goes a little higher on my list for I would play it again. Where this would be hell on earth to play again. This, well, actually, no, this feels right. B is supposed to represent games I would absolutely play again on stream. You know, barring this is 60 something hours. That's a little, but like C is more or less where I would start to not think I would stream it. But you know, I would play Aladdin's again. Where these games were like, So anyways, moving on. Let's do some Tomb Raider. Why? Because it's right there and I pointed on it. A very iconic game. It's a platformer done kind of like Mario 64, but way more technical. The game should have given you a grid. It should have given you a grid for steps. If you don't learn exactly how many steps and how far away you are from your jumps, this game is really tough. If you find a friend on Twitch that says, I'll be starting Tomb Raider soon, or I'm gonna play Tomb Raider for the first time blind, please watch their stream. You will watch them suffer. One does not simply beat this game. It's very strategic and very calculated platforming that if you don't learn that stuff quick, you're gonna get fucking killed left and right. Thank you for the stone, Sierra. I really appreciate it. Who else wants the stone again? I will go, because I had such amazing co-streams with you, and it's very nice to see you. We're getting back into the swing of the normalcy, and give me a second for hydrate. And then we're gonna move Tomb Raider. I think I'm gonna put it on A. Even though the game's playthrough was tough, I think it made me a better gamer. This game truly made me feel smart and accomplished. It was a super long playthrough as well. I think it deserves A, but I would not stream it again. Never. So it goes to A for that reason. It's for its year, I think it's super impressive. And I'm not even gonna talk about the sexualness of the game. I mean, clearly that's what put it on the map and why it sold so many copies, but the game isn't sexual. It was just at the time, yeah, she's an attractive female character as a protagonist of the game. So it's undeniable that, you know, we don't see anyone in the Mario universe with tits that big, you know, so it's kind of cool in that fashion too. And the story is bonkers. And there's some voice acting in there and stuff. It was really cool. I'm sorry to hear that, Joke. You can always get in the Discord if you're not, and we will take care of you there. I'll send out those live messages 99.8% of the time. Scoomies!
More of that, please.
All right. Scooming some Pineapple Express. Some more of that, please. Tomb Raider really deserves that A. It really does. Please, if you're a streamer and you have not played Tomb Raider, I challenge you. It might be that game that I'm like, I wouldn't watch anyone play it. And no, you cannot play the version where you're save stating or like on PS4 where like there's checkpoints all the time. No, that does not count. All right, we played this shit on the PlayStation 1. Good luck.
More of that,
I would put a big GL and I would be licking my chops like a thirsty hyena waiting to eat the meat because you're gonna die in the desert. You're gonna cry so much and have such a good bad time. I hope that made sense. I'm already scoomed. We're going back to the moon and play Tomb Raider if you're a streamer. I highly, highly recommend it. It's gonna make you a better gamer in that era. Screw room is open and I shall attend once more before settling. Joke Chocolate, Sierra, Moggy, thank you for the scooms. Anyone lurking? I hope you had a good cheers with that as well. Well, it's a lot of trial and error, Rocket Mama. It's a ton of trial and error. If you take that advice of you need to learn your calculated jumps precisely, if you don't do that, you stand no chance. It's also a very difficult game with combat. Tomb Raider is a hardcore game. Hardcore. It deserves an A. Oh, let's grab something more modern. How about Luigi's Mansion? How do we not put this in A? This being a launch title still amazes me. I think it's why it's so loved. It's like everyone got a taste of Luigi's Mansion through the course of the GameCube's life. It went to $30 pretty quick. I want to say like the following Christmas season till the end of time, it was 30 bucks. And it's so good. Well said. Short, sweet, and perfectly said. I know nothing about whatever Save the Builders is. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm playing around. I've been humbled by plenty of games I thought would be easier. Yeah, no, that game's tough. Tomb Raider is literally a hardcore game. I didn't suffer through it, but there were times where I was like, how much longer is this game? I felt very accomplished playing it. I think it got to $30 due to player's choice. Yeah, I don't know. After the first year, so I don't know. I feel like it was one of those games that was always on the shelves. You could always buy Luigi's Mansion and it was like half the price of Sunshine. But man, Luigi's Mansion is outstanding for a lot of reasons. It's Resident Evil for kids, but it had some puzzles that were kind of complicated. You saw me playing it. It was a little... I got stuck, right? I got stuck sometimes. It doesn't deserve S, even though it is really cute and it's extremely replayable. I think A is where it deserves to be. I don't feel like there's that many hot takes yet. This one's close to S. DKC3 GBA is close to S. I think I said that before. Where I don't think anything else on this list. No, this is close as well. This kinda... I feel like if Legend of Dragoon was like 10 hours less, it would be S. A little bit too long, and like it lost its challenge round 2/3 into the game, in my opinion. But it's close as well. Yeah, and this one. So, you know, again, some of these are really close to going back and forth, just as like this is close to perfect. Both of these, truly. All right, I gotta keep moving. We're going slow as fuck. Oh, we've been streaming for 2.5 hours. That's unfortunate. Okay, moving on. How about Conker's Bad Fur Day? I've played this game every 3 years since it came out. It really is an S, though. I gotta put it in an S. The only thing that Conker falls short on is that it's a little... Gameplay is not the best. It's more or less like you're watching a movie. If you know the game well like me at this point, it's the only challenge I get is in the multiplayer, and I'm not doing that all the time, so I gotta put it in S. It's funny, the graphics are great, it's raunchy, it talks about my favorite movies from the eras. It's a card reader. They say it's easy to set up, but I can't for the life of me figure out what to do. The instructions are all over the place for me. I see. Yeah, well, you know, with doing stuff like that, you're investing also in like figuring it out. Thank God I have friends to help me set up EverDrives and stuff, because it's a lot of researching and doing things. All right, we're gonna go to Mega Man X4 next. And this one's going instant S. Quite honestly, we should start drawing them in. I'm gonna draw ones in that I think are like, maybe not, this is pretty close. Anyways, Mega Man X4, truly. PlayStation 1, maybe I'm wrong on this, but the PlayStation 1 does not have that many platforming games that are 2D. And this is not only a platformer, it's fantastic. The sprites look so good. I'll replay this game again soon, just because fuck it. Even if I haven't played X5, X6, X2, X3, I don't give a fuck. I'll play X4 again really soon, just because I know I'm gonna have that much fun. I mean, we all get to experience the music and the sprites, and it's just beautiful harmony all the way through. You get Mega Man and Zero, who are two totally different characters, so it's 2 games in 1. Even though it's the same fights, I mean, your playability is completely different between the two. Completely different. I was also challenged by it. Having a charge shot compared to a sword made the game completely different, and I think I had more of a challenge with Mega Man than Zero in the end. We also did a 100% run, which was really fun. Big reason I got it is because it's somewhat old cartridge from the TurboGrafx 16 called Keith Courage. I see. So you're like trying to play a game that you really want to play, and you want to do it on original hardware. Yeah, cartridge reader. I never ever contemplated not getting EverDrives. You know, I just go with what the world is using, with what works best. And, well, I would love to collect all these games too, but it's not realistic. So what did we last do? I did, okay, Mega Man X4. S tier. Pirates of Dark Water? Why not? This is between C and B. It had fun music, really good colors. This is one of those games that destroys Super Nintendo. Destroys it. The Super Nintendo version sucks, even though it's worth 3 times the value of the Genesis cart. The Genesis game is 3 times better, because the Super Nintendo game is a shmup. And it wasn't a very good one either. We played it for like 20 minutes. I was like, no, not doing it. But we finished this one. And it's a platformer with a little bit of puzzling. It was very, very good. The cartoon is very good, yeah. Very, very, very amazing cartoon series that got cut short. One of the ones that people talk about often. Shows like Mighty Max probably went 3 seasons where Pirates of Darkwater got 1. It was a cool adventure. It was like a Disney movie that could have kept going, and I don't know what happened, but I think it's Hanna-Barbera maybe. So that's a part of reason why. All right, so I did not get 2 icons for Harry Potter for GameCube. There's only 1. So we're gonna, honestly, the games are very close to me. I like Sorcerer's Stone a little bit more than I like Chamber of Secrets, for reasons, not because the gameplay was better, but it just was funnier. The fish toast redeem we have in the channel, which is gonna be for life. Just a fun clip where, you know, every time you pick up a Bertie's bean in Hogwarts, he says what it tastes like. Marshmallow, fish, roast beef. Whatever he says, there's all these words, and it just, as you pick him up, he just keeps talking. It's very annoying, but also it brought a weird treasure of entertainment with it.
Fish, toast.
Also, the game is extremely charming, and I'm someone that just kind of likes Harry Potter. I enjoy its enchantedness, its warmth, its good character development through the movies, you know. And this game was just cozy. It's a GameCube game that I never played in its day. I now look back and love the GameCube for its era of Nintendo. And I don't know, this game hit all the right spots. I don't think I can put it in A class though. But I will say, for a movie game, it surprised me. And I had a lot of fun playing. Sorcerer's Stone was one of those streams that I couldn't, to this day, I can't understand how it's my second or third most watched YouTube video. So I think that says something. I gotta put it on both GameCube games. I'm gonna put it on the B. An hour left till you go home. Let's go, Stone Hero. You're gonna get there. You're gonna get there. Mario Superstar Baseball. I think A is right at home where it deserves to be. It's my favorite sports game of all time. It could go S, but I've broken the game. I beat it on expert mode, deathless, the main story. I've also played on expert exhibition with randomized teams, and I've beaten the computer 60-0. I know how to crack the game, so it's really, I can't put it on S for that reason, where against your friend, it's probably good. It could be higher, but since I only have CPU experience, it's too easy. But it is truly so much fun. If you love Mario and you love the concept of baseball and you have any type of love for the Nintendo GameCube, this is honestly a top 10 game on the console. Top 10. I'll die by those words. If I play every GameCube game until the end of time, I'll find a way to smash that in the top 10. I have so much fun just playing in exhibition mode. I would play it tonight instead of our Game Boy variety, just to be like, yeah, that's how much I love Mario Baseball. Let's just pop it right in. I never stopped playing it since it came out. How about that? Ooh! Mario DDR. Well, truly the question is, how much do you like DDR? They added a lot of Nintendo songs, and I learned one thing about the game. You need to hold something towards the center. That's why there's like a bar in the arcade. Holding something to know where your feet are center is why the game is tough. And I got to stream this one with Sierra, and we both suffered from the same thing of like, if you're not looking at your, like, how are you supposed to look at your feet and the screen? You can't. Really. I mean, you can get a quick check, but like that's what screwed me up, and I never knew how to find the center. But the game was really fun. It had a lot of voice acting. The story was cool. I will play this game on normal in the future, and let's put this on, I guess. I understand everything now. I mean, the game has replay value, which is why I don't think we should put it on C. And it actually had a story that was entertaining. Like, given it's the same shit, Bowser stealing a princess or whatever. I think this game deserves to be on B because it's replayable. There was nothing about it I didn't like, and it's, again, I'm off my ass. I'm standing and running and whatnot. Innovation. It's basically just saying, how much do I like DDR as a game? It's B. I'd like to be better at it, so I felt like I'm in better shape. Okay. How about some Wario World? We have a lot of GameCube games on here. We're knocking them out. Wario World, the 2D, 3D platformer. It's more of a 2D platformer. It's very short, but very sweet. How memorable is it is another question. I don't think I can put this on A. It's worthy of being in B class. Yeah, Garfishy, we're right on the same boat. It could have been so much more. I mean, Treasure made it, and that's why it's an acceptable game to begin with. I just wish it was bigger. I wish there was more. And of course, that was the only game. You know, they never gave Wario another 3D platformer. Go figure. WarioWare on the GameCube, though, I'm putting that at A rank. This game is frantic fun. Let me talk about Wario World for another moment, too, because we didn't give it much of a review. It's very unique. I think any Nintendo fan should play it, like, instantly, without question. You're going to find things within the game that you're like, whoa, that's cool. It's very Nintendo, but also, you know, again, it's Treasure making it, who are known for very different games than that. So, you know, they were more a developer through the 16-bit era and going into N64 and into the GameCube still. trying to think, they made that shmup for the GameCube that's really good. Ikaruga, I believe, is still Treasure, and then, you know, I think they're most known for 16-bit. But either way, it's a very good game, outstanding platformer. It could almost go an A if it had more to it. I don't know what would be the more, but it's missing length. Yeah, I mean, you could literally beat that game in like 6 hours. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable, right? WarioWare Inc., though, fast-paced, frantic fun. We went through this at the end of a stream one night, like 3 in the morning, and it was a blast. Whoever was here hanging out for that, if you remember it, it was a really good time. I think we finished an RPG and like went to it or something like that, but a must play. This could go an S. It's that good. For 4-player, S rank. Uh-huh. You'll have a great time playing with your friends. Probably, I would say it's... Yeah, it's pretty close to Mario Party 4 level. It's pretty good. Oh, man. Resident Evil 2? Resident Evil 2. I don't know how the 2 sounds from that voice actor, but I was underwhelmed. Simply because I've always heard Resident Evil 2 from some people was the best of the original. I've never played the remake of any Resident Evil, besides the first one on GameCube, if that counts, but not a modern remake. So I have no review, but I've heard the 2 remake is the best ever. In any game, and any console, RE2 is supposedly the best game, period. I don't know how dominant of a vote that is, but I know it's top 2 contender. Anyways, this game slightly underwhelmed me for one reason. For those that think that Tyrant is a more terrifying enemy than Nemesis, you're so wrong. There's just not enough scenes with Tyrant terrorizing you. He's way lamer, and I only ever heard he was better. And so playing it, I was a little disappointed that there wasn't a scare factor to the game. I would not stand by the fact that like Resident Evil 1 is dominantly the best on the console, unless you're very puzzle oriented, in which case I think 3 is the best. Your opinion would change on Tyrant if you played the remake. Oh, okay. I will definitely play the remake in the future, maybe the near future, just for how loved it is, and I have no experience on anything modern like that. Rose-colored glasses, that's why everyone likes it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I go off of what my friend Dorian's been telling me for a long time. It's the best-selling Resident Evil game? Yeah. Maybe because you played 3 before, too? Yeah, that could be. I need to replay 3 as well. It's been many, many years since I played 3. So. Okay. Where do we put it? It's not like I didn't like the playthrough. It was great. It was super fun. You get 2 characters. I don't like the way this, I don't like it as much as 1 and 3. I know that much. So I can't put it on S. I think it's still A worthy. It's better than the B category games. This is like a between B and A. It's on a load side of A. But I can't deny that it's still an amazing game. It is. Yeah, A tier. I would say that other people could put it in S, and if you don't like the entire series, I could see you putting it in C, like whatever. But it is a really good Resident Evil game still. I think it's the worst of the trilogy. I think. I need to replay Nemesis. It's been too long. All right. Gold to glory. The road to El Dorado. This game's a point and click, and you know, organically, we found it in the wild. I found it in like mint condition in a store for like, I don't know, $11 or $8. I don't remember. It was cheap. Super proud to buy it at that price and play it. I like point and clicks. The game's graphics, I think I've mentioned this before. The first game I played with my PVM that I'm using for all retro was Chrono Trigger. Great first choice, right? But that Sunday night after my Friday stream, the first game I played was El Dorado. And it was a good time. The visuals of this game blew me away. The bright colors, the tropical nature. I mean, it really, really looked good. Highly would recommend this game for its price point for anyone that loves point and clicks, that also loves early 2000s, 90s Disney animation style DreamWorks stuff. I mean, it's just really beautiful. With that being said, even though it's very short, and I did love the nature of the game, it's kind of jank. I don't think it deserves B. My memory of the game is fond, and you know, it was a good day out in the wild finding random games at random video game stores that are no longer there because someone tried to murder their wife. So that's a weird memory too, of said shop owner, you know, is in prison now forever because very, very bad people. So I guess that $12 went to the wrong type of people. But nonetheless, it's a great game. That shouldn't have to do anything with the memory. Yeah, it's hype, Sierra, hype. So I'm gonna put it in C because for a point and click game, it's subpar. For a PlayStation 1 game, it's subpar. But visually, and for what I look for in my animation love, I think I would put it in S rank for visuals. No joke. I ain't just fucking around. This game visually really, really was spectacular for the PlayStation 1. And in my opinion, unless we're talking about Mega Man X4, PlayStation 1 compared to N64 looks like shit. The color toners are better, and there's more grit. But like, what games look really good for their year? Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie, Perfect Dark, Mario 64. No, those games are like, I don't know, they have it. Or unless you're talking about like FMVs through, you know, anime cutscenes or, you know, Final Fantasy VII's, you know, real graphics that they had. Like, yeah, that's very impressive. It looked amazing and far better than Mario 64 said games. But El Dorado, the colors were just beautiful. Let's go to another PlayStation 1 game. Parasite Eve. We just played it. The pre-rendered images was the funniest part. Yeah. And then like the sprites they were using, they were just packed with colors. Like they were punching. And again, I played this on my PVM for like damn near the first night of its life. So it really did give me like, oh wow, that's lovely. It rubbed off a little bit. Parasite Eve A, let me think about that. Let me think about it. Yeah, well, okay, here's the thing. The game was not challenging. That's why I'm thinking, like, can I put it in S? It took a lot of elements from Resident Evil and mixed them with combat, with turn-based combat. I mean, it's a style that's still alive today. It's very good. It's a very good mixture of elements. The best part of the game, though, is the weirdness. Is this too loud? Slightly too loud. Let me just turn this down a little bit. There we go. The story, the weirdness of the story, and the visuals, and the overall beauty of the PlayStation 1 in its best form, which is pre-rendered backgrounds and like a character animated. It's so good. I would almost put it in S for the artistic reasons. As a game for what it is for its year, oh my god, this would definitely be S rank when it came out. And yeah, no, it's gotta be A. I think it has to be A. I would love to play more of it. This is one of those games where we'll continue to play more Parasite Eve in the future. I want to try the tower mode or whatever. I want to get into other things in the game that make it special. But for now, I think I have to leave it at A. It could get better in our next challenge run or whatever. I've heard from many streamers that that's what makes the game amazing is this whatever building in New York. That mode is supposedly like the Eiffel Tower, whatever it is. Not the Eiffel Tower, Jesus Christ, the Chrysler building. Anyways, that's what's supposed to make it like really good. Beyond, again, its story, its quirkiness, its graphics, like that's all S tier. But I was not very challenged by it. It's pretty chill. Even though that last sequence with the slug was bullshit. Apparently we got really lucky on going the right direction after our first misstep, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Most people probably died there 2 to 4 times, and we died once. But moving on, let's go to Snake Pass. David Wise scored this game from Donkey Kong Country games on the Super Nintendo. That's why I played it. It was very cute. The snake elements of the game were very unique. That's why the game is special, and why I probably should not put it in the C rank, but it's gonna have to go there. I can't see anything about this game beyond its great music that make it missed. Even though it's really cool, I don't know how much this game was, but you know, it's an artsy game. I'm gonna put it in the C rank. I think it's where it deserves to be. And you know, again, the 5 songs written by David Weiss. Chef's Kiss. Yeah, you get to fight the baby, and the story's really good. Chef's Kiss to Snake Pass and its OST. I mean, you did your best job with what you had, and you know, it's a game about a fucking snake that ravels around stuff. You know, if you're not fascinated by that, what are you really looking at? Blood Rain. You get to listen to a girl suck and moan. All right, that's my review on this game. Not so bad. I'm not putting it there. I just want to scroll up here. We'll let it sit on perfect for someone to freak out that just jumps in. What is Blood Rain doing on perfect? Like I said, you get to hear sucking and moaning. All right, it's kind of cool. Headphone wearers were like, that was a good playthrough, Dango. You really got me through my day. I love the combat in this game for its year, for the Nintendo GameCube. Wowee, or as Borat would say, ooh, wow, I like. You know, during its year, this probably could fall in the A rank. Now, for PlayStation 2 owners, like whatever, we got these games all the time, but this was 2002 was a very unique year for the GameCube where everyone was on board, and then at one point politically something went wrong. Nintendo lost all their third-party support, and companies like Majesco were like, get fucked. Whatever happened, I don't know, but it lost a lot of its support. So games like this for that year, I mean, I had a great time playing this that summer. Blood Rain fucking rules. But that last boss fight, ugh. I was getting pretty pissed off. I remember it being shit. I played this when it came out. This is my second playthrough. I remember it being shit, but that was really shit. Let's, you know, I mean, I think in 2025, this is a C rank. If you wanted to be pervy, you could put it in the B for the sucking and moaning, because she does literally straddle guys and just, you know, moans into the mic. She moans through your speakers. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. But it's still, I'm going to put it in C rank. As a stream game in 2025, yeah. You know, honestly, another thing that was good about the game, you can tear the shit out of some Nazis. Ripping their arms off and just limbs are flying in the air and you're just cutting shit in half. That's pretty damn cool. Like an arm being gone, and then they're like trying to run away, and then you're like, what? And you just like, you know, you can decapitate them. Like, that's pretty fun. Who doesn't love to slice up some Nazis? It's a staple in video games, and it's why we're going to review Medal of Honor. Show me your papers next, because also we got to do a lot of, you know, German voice acting and such, and that's always fun. People on social media really like it, so I will use my little good German boy's voice for as much as I can. And, you know, it's not like I'm the best at it, but I can bring it into good context and it's funny. And Medal of Honor is a revolutionary game. I mean, there's GoldenEye right here, right? Name other shooters in this era that were as good as GoldenEye Medal of Honor. Ports from PC games that weren't, you know, Medal of Honor is organic to PlayStation 1. Any other answer you're going to say is probably a port from PC. This is I would assume it's top 3 shooter on the PlayStation 1. The story is great. It was made by DreamWorks Interactive, whatever their company was called. And Steven Spielberg worked on this motherfucker. He didn't work on many games through his days, but this is one of them. Ironically, I was talking about the Steven Spielberg Wii game the other day with the blocks. Was another, you know, really good game. But yeah, he directly worked on this game, and he was the only one he worked on. I have got to put this in, I think it still holds worthy of B, maybe A. It's the father of Call of Duty Medal of Honor will be an A. Yeah, I think A is pretty deserving. It does hold up pretty well. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's better than B. It's better than B. It's just I look at the Bs and I'm like, but it did well. All right, this is a little rough. If Street Fighter is going to be here though, because Street Fighter did a lot. My original thought was B, and it's close to A, and I think that's where I'm going to stick with it. This era was not ready for shooters yet. If y'all have not played Medal of Honor, how would it control without a second stick? Which, believe me, I had to figure. Well, no, a la carte. Was it you? It was you or someone else recently was like, hey, just so you know, you can use this control scheme, and it makes it like 2 sticks. And I was like, what the fuck? You know, the first half of the game, we didn't do that. We were using whatever weird setup, like GoldenEye style. But this era was just not ready for first-person shooters the way they were in the PS2 era. Whereas when it exploded, GoldenEye being, you know, the grandfather years before, it was only 4-player, and your second joystick was a fucking C-stick button, so it's different. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at B. It's a high level B though for me, close to A. All right, Toe Jam and Earl. I think we said it earlier. I didn't give it a rating. Very much, I guess roguelike is not the right term, but it plays like one. RNG is a motherfucker. The gods can be very bad to you in this game. We beat it with Toe Jam, the skinnier character. We did not beat it with Earl, who is supposedly way worse, more difficult. But I would like to still put this in I guess we'll put it in, I think we should put it in, oh man. It is pretty good. It holds a lot of replay value, but I gotta put it in B still. It's pretty damn fun. Yeah. How's it going, Dango? I'll explain it quickly because I've said it so many times. I am reviewing the a la carte path as hot garbage. I wish the game's creators would have given you a choice of like, oh, you chose up or down here, you know, this is gonna be hardcore mode instead of like regular whatever mode, and I just did not enjoy the difficulty. Hot garbage. I think I'd rather play Monsters Inc. Scream Arena again rather than a la carte path. That game hurt me. I'm still hurt by it. Let's do another Castlevania game. We're doing Bloodlines. We got it right here. It needs to be ranked. I didn't enjoy as much as Super Castlevania 4. But the colors were great. We did beat it with the easier character, the one with like the up attack move, the second character or whatever. I forget their names. Eric Lacarde did we use? Is that right? God, that just came out of the back of my brain. Eric Lacarde? Where would Bloodlines go? It's B or A? It has to go on B. Hi, hi. Ooh, I don't think I have anything right here. Well, I guess I do. I guess I do. Okay. Let me do Bloodlines and then we'll do the Collector's Redeem. I think this one deserves... It's kind of in between for me because I didn't get the right playthrough for it. I'm going to put it on A though, because I think this game's better than what I played on the first play, which again, I got to cheat the entire last boss with this like spear attack that he does. It was super bullshit. So we're going to put it in A. I think it's a brilliant game that actually has upside of S, depending. Most Konami, Capcom, you're going to get my cred because you're that damn good in this era. And I love platformers and everything they did was great. But it's, you know, it's not X4 right now for me. So, I mean, it's not like on that level of platformers. Okay. Main camera. How about some nostalgia? Hi. We have some Super Nintendo manuals. that my mom found in the attic recently. This is not all of them. This is the ones I don't need. So these are the ones I'll be listing like eventually online or selling at my store because they're all duplicates. But I thought it'd be something cool to share because they are, you know, again, they're all very nostalgic. Super Mario World, everyone had this manual. The manual is worth $5–10, but the box is worth like $800. So if you have a box for this game, you know, just so you know, you're rich. Your game is very pricey. Only the box is worth that much, just so everyone's clear on the subject. But that's because most people got this game packaged within a system, and no one actually got the box unless you got Player's Choice, which is not worth as much as the regular one. Got some Mario All-Stars. Another fantastic game. Yeah, easy to lose, hard to find, right. I don't know why I'm showing the back, that's not very interesting, but you know, the colors in here. The colors. So pretty. So far, we just got banger after banger. We got some DKC. We got some, yeah, banger after banger of manuals. Mega Man X. Super Mario World. Oh, Mario Kart, I can't read. Some Lemmings. Ooh, the bangers have stopped. What a hot piece of shit this is. But you know what? Just like this game, these are Sunsoft brothers right here. This sack of crap is also Sunsoft. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. I think they were the publisher. I don't think Sunsoft made Lemmings. They just published it on the SNES, but they did really good with it. NBA Jam, banger. Boom, shakalaka. Ooh, I'll be playing this one soon. This will be played on a Friday night coming up. Yeah, NBA Jam, what a freaking banger. Look what they put on the back of this too. Hold on. Let's go back. NBA Jam, right? You're like, yeah, I used to have that game. This game's awesome. Arcade masterpiece. Look at this shit they try and sell you on the back. Yeah, the Terminator 2 game? Yeah, everyone go buy that. Let's just spend $50 on NBA Jam, then tell your parents to get your favorite movie game that everyone fucking hated, because this is truly... I mean, this game never even touched me, all right? I never let it get near me because I heard it was so bad back in the day, and now it's looked at as like one of the worst movie games of all time, and maybe we'll play it next year because fuck it, but ugh. Garbage. Some Paperboy 2. Very good game. Very good. What could possibly go wrong? Bubsy's also very good. Yeah, it was also an LJN game. I gotta stream this one still. I would like to do a Deathless run eventually. I could do it. What could possibly go wrong? It was a crispy manual. Fairly crispy. Look at that big old crease. Very nice. Thank you so much, Alucard. I'm gonna have to click this myself. PC gaming? Beautiful. All right. Let's get back to it. We do GoldenEye next? No, that's yeah, let's do GoldenEye. Let's do GoldenEye. Well, the gameplay is a little annoying. Some of these levels, even on the easiest mode, super frustrating. Like the jungle in the train. Some of the levels in GoldenEye are just tough. For that reason, I don't think I can put it on S. Is it an S tier love nostalgia game for me? I would say it might be perfect. Hey, Savage Quest, welcome in. Thank you so much for the stream. I think I'm going to take you up on that. Let's rank GoldenEye real quick, though. I think gameplay-wise, I got to put it on A. There's not too much of a debate for me. Again, nostalgia-wise, this game deserves a perfect. It's one of my favorite loved games. For what it did to the industry, it also deserves S. You know what? And as a stream game, it was really fire. We played it on a Saturday night in like the end of summer, early fall, and it was a poppin' night. I got on super late, like 9 o'clock, and we streamed till 2, 3 in the morning. We beat the game, and it was like, I'll just say it was a lot of people in here. It was one of those, like, it was a noticeable, like, it was a noticeable crowd, and I really had fun playing it. So that makes me want to put it on S, where if I'm looking at the rest of these games in the A category, Pokemon Ruby's close to S for my experience with Stream. Yeah, when I look at this list of games as a streamer, this has to go on S. Because that night was fire, and I don't forget it. Now, gameplay-wise, if you're playing, if you're a new gamer going in playing shooters back in the day, like you're, playing old games, like it doesn't hold up that well. All right, on a level of badassery and things that you're gonna find nowadays in a game, no, you're not gonna find it there. All right, you got to use the C buttons to strafe. Some of the missions are very sensitive to, like, you can lose it like that, especially if you're on 007 mode. I mean, it's tough. But hey, you retro achievement hunters, have fun. That'd be a good challenge for you. But I think my experience with it was S tier. We did it in one stream. This is probably the only game I'm putting on this list. Oh, Yoshi's Island as well. But actually no. This only took one stream. But it was tough. And the game revolutionized FPS games forever. It was that good for its year. All right, let's do Twisted Metal Black. I think this has to go on S. Let me see if I can debate this into A. It's my favorite Twisted Metal game, landslide. It's the darkest. I think it has the best tone, like the dark tone in general. The stories, the music. I think it may have been 4-player. Yeah, we're ranking games tonight for all the ones we played this year. Correct. And I think it's a good place to put it. That last boss fight was jank, though. So I guess we're between S and A. Really, it's not worth the debate too much. I should do it. I should do it in between. I should do like an A+/A- next year. Should be A because it's education and accurate. Yeah, Mario's Missing is rank B. The disrespect. I love that game. I love it. I think most people put this a lot lower, but it really is a fun stream. Like anyone that streams, please play Mario's Missing. It's going to be easy, and you're going to get people to be interested in it because it's cute. And also, there was little things we found in Luigi's. I always wanted to say Luigi's Mansion and Mario's Missing. The disrespect to America is written all over in the cities. They just advertise like food and cola and like laziness, where you're in other countries and they're like the things on like the posters and whatever. It's just, Zen and, it's just really funny. I remember laughing a lot about what Japan saw as New York in 1990, whatever. It's very interesting. Yeah, FF6 not perfect enough. Well, it's close, man. So is Lufia 2. So is X4 and Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Close. Hello, Melkry and Lizard. Welcome in, friends. Only bad thing I can think of with Twisted Metal Black is it has a bit of a learning curve. Yes, and that last boss fight was bullshit against the semi-truck. But I think it does deserve S rank because I love racing games. Again, I love the dark undertone of the whole story. Death, racing, screaming, burning, exploding. I mean, it's just so much fun. Maybe it gets a little lower on a stream value. But I think anyone that knows Twisted Metal Black coming in. New York! Yes, it is. I have to remesh a couple things in the end. Game of the year might go to perfect. I don't know. We gotta get there. Let me get some more hydration because I'm starting to get. Moto! Nice to see you, friend! I'm getting worried we're not gonna be able to game tonight. Let's finish the list, and we could shuffle a couple of these around. because it helps for me to look at other games next to it. Yes. Okay, so this is the hot take, but I'm grading the a la carte path because the game was not very clear that we were taking a hardcore path based on picking up or down, and it really fucked me. Maybe I should have reset, but I was very hurt and very insulted by that game's ludicrous amount of checkpoints per level. Specifically, I think level 8, where you had to fight the 3 bosses and go down that with the bricks falling. It's very disrespectful, but I had a bad time. I had a bad time playing it. Yes. Well, Symphony of the Night, I've already reviewed. Just like Ocarina of Time, I played both. They're S rank. Maybe they're perfect. But it was not my first playthrough this year. That was last year. My playthrough this year was the luck mode, which I had fun with. But it doesn't change my opinion of the game as perfect. So yeah, Ocarina of Time and Symphony of the Night, they're between S and perfect. Thank you.
The element which brings life.
Okay. We're going to reshuffle. Let's do another banger in here. Let's do Crash Bandicoot. I'm going to just right away slam that into A because I had a lot more fun with it than I thought. It actually is a platformer, 2.5 and 2.0, whatever. Not 3D. And it's really good. It's a rail platformer at times where, the screen pushes you or whatever. Yeah. It was just, okay, thanks, lock the door behind you. I'm so confused. Oh, I got a text from a recent, oh man. Despite my attempts. I'm sorry to hear that, Mallory. Eyes Prime, I know. Sending you hugs though, brother. I hope you're doing well in that regard. Please take care of yourself and feel loved. You deserve to feel loved. Don't let one person change that in anyone's life. What did I just move over? What did I just do? Oh, Crash Bandicoot. I had a lot of fun with it. The game has tons of charm, unique soundtrack, great playability. I think it could be more challenging. I think A is perfect for it, though. It does not deserve the B treatment. It's quite damn good. And it's going to sit really happy in its home of A's. Right? Diablo for PS1. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. The PC version is better. Right? The PC version of Diablo is better. But man, I love this game. Damn. It's the best Diablo game in the series. Fight me. It captures the tone of what the game should be the best. You travel to hell to fight the devil. And then only Diablo 4 really saw that past this point. And honestly, I've always loved Diablo 1. My playthrough was also very fun. I think we used Warrior. I would like to play it again. Do I put it on A or S? It's tough. I'm probably going to go A. I have to shuffle it up. Oh no, where'd you go? Where'd it go? Why can't I see it? Where is it? Did it? Oh, it's on C. That's why I was like, where'd it go? Okay. Did I grab the wrong one before? What happened there? I had to laugh. The PS1 version of Diablo still had the duping bug in it. Yeah. No, I mean, thanks for being a first-time chatter, by the way, 4242. That's very awesome of you to be here. I feel like I moved something from the wrong category, though. Oh, I did. I moved Home Alone on accident. Look at that shit. Get the fuck back down there. Cool. All right, we're good now. Diablo's great. It's a great port as well, but it's not the PC version. Moving on. If you love dungeon crawlers, it is so good. SpongeBob, Lights, Pants, Camera. I think it's called something like that. We played it on GameCube one night. It's a bunch of mini games. Yeah, Home Alone's above Castlevania 3. Fuck that game. And if I were to rank these right here, like left being the best, right being the worst, I'd probably say this is the best. This is probably the worst. That looks about right. Fuck Master Quest. Screw Mario 2 Japan. Yeah, screw these games too. Lights, camera, pans. Yeah. Castlevania 3 is hard, and for those that weren't here, I'm only reviewing the a la carte path, which is the most difficult, and I just thought the game was bullshit and extremely cruel to its consumers that played it. I would love to play it again on the normal path, but that shit sucked. I would never recommend anyone ever play that unless you just really want, you know, what I suffered through. If you want that. Yeah, lights, camera, pans. So it's a bunch of like Mario Party style mini games. I found fun in it. Yeah, there was nothing wrong with it. The gameplay style switched up constantly, and it didn't go too long. And it's also a multiplayer game where you can play against your friends. Honestly, it's better than the D grade stuff. So I gotta put it here. It actually, you know, again, the playability of these Mario Party style games was pretty good. It did it for me. It was pretty fun. Pikmin 2, we got through real quick, and we got like the bogus cheap ass ending, but I was like, I've had enough. I'm a big fan of Pikmin 1. Pikmin 2, the environments are just so lame. They do this cave thing and like RNG, and it's just like, they lost. I understand why people like it more. I also understand, like, environmentally, it's why I think Prime 2, 3, 4 are worse than the first Metroid Prime. Like, what happened to like the good feels of the vibes of the environments? Why did you take it all away? Why? Metroid Prime 2 might be down so bad in that way. Everything's just gray and blue and dark and just like, fuck. I like the different bios. So, I mean, I'm just going to put this on B. I don't think it's a spectacular Pikmin game. I like 1, 3, 4 more for that very reason. I'm playing Resident Evil 0 for the first time right now and finished the laboratory today, so I'm probably right at the end. Can you... Oh, yeah, I'll do all spoiler free. Nope, you're good. I appreciate you saying that. I'll do it next. Resident Evil 0 is way better than people say. I hear a lot of gripe about it. Maybe it is one of the lesser Resident Evil games. It's fine. I still had fun with it. It's a good 1-2 punch of using two different characters in puzzle scenarios. Inventory management's definitely a thing, per usual, but it's not that bad. I had fun with it, and it's also beautiful. It's a gorgeous game. It holds up very well today. Can I put it in A rank? I don't think we can do that. It's not as good as Resident Evil 2. But it's also, I mean, truly, it's a very fun Resident Evil game. I just don't think it stands out compared to other games like it. So it may be a little bland. Yeah, it's not an RE2 level, exactly. And, you know, B to A for me is a big difference. You know, this is like, most people would put this as S tier, or, you know, like a high tier. And maybe I have some hot takes down here that we've mentioned that, like, are better than they are. Like, Medal of Honor might be a hot take at B. This is certainly one. You know, Xenogears is a hot take this low. That's fine. We all have our own opinions. And I'm not ranking this just on how good the game is. It was how good my experience was, how fun the stream was, how challenging the game was to me, what it brought out of me, which is why Tomb Raider is high on the ranking. Like, that game fucking was challenging, and it made me really, like, want to win and feel good. So, you know, give credit to where it's due. All right. That's not what we want. We wanted another item. All right. So, as much as we all love Stellar Death, Bloody Roar, Primal Fury. I forget the subtitle here. We played the GameCube game. It was challenging. It kind of, you know, it felt like Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 2 for GameCube. It's on that level. On playability, it was really good. Yeah, so for a 3D fighter game, I think this game is very good. The art's good. The characters are fun. I have to put it on B. I am not putting this on C. I would put it on A if I was more of a fighting game fan in general. You know, we put Street Fighter Turbo here as well. I think these are both high-level fighting games that most people would probably say, yes, that's very good. But I put it at B because I'm just not, like, Soul Calibur 2, I would put it, like, probably S. Because I love that game's music and for what it was for Link, blah, blah, blah. I don't have many fighting games I would put above a B, though, just so it's understandable to everyone. All right. Clockwork Knight for the Sega Saturn. A very fun game that truly its best element was its visuals. It was like Toy Story. Man, what was the character's name? Papinko? It was something, Peppercini or Peppercorn. It was really cute. I really loved it. The Knight, whatever the character's name was. It's not a very long game, but it was very fun, very cute, and has a lot of charm. Pepperocho, yes. Okay, hold on. I gotta get the pronunciation done. Thank you, Sierra. Pepperocho. Don't forget to play the second game too. Yeah, we will get to it someday. I will. First game I ever played on Saturn back in the day. Yeah, really good. It's very cute. It has like MTV graphics. Primus, for those that know Primus and their music videos, it felt like that. I really enjoyed the experience, and I love platformers, so we all know that. This is why I think I gotta put it in B. I can't put it on this level of quality. Can't do it. But it does not deserve C. So this is why this ranking is feeling really good right now. There we go. And I would say this might even be a higher tier B. It's probably better than half these games on the list. Hot take, but... Oh, Sierra's here. That means she made it home okay. Yes, I did. I'm sorry. I did announce that early in the stream, and I haven't said it because we're at like 3.5 hours now. But yes, our friend made it home safe, and thank you for saying that, Rowan. I really appreciate it. Truly is awesome of you. We're almost done, and then we're going to reshuffle a couple things. Well... Wow, these are all these are all going to be really good reviews. We're not doing this game. This is Evo for the SNES. I accidentally clicked it here, and I can't take it back. So it's stuck. I can't get rid of it. So let's just go left to right. Scooby-Doo Mystery for the Sega Genesis. Nostalgia's a 10. Music's a 10. Visuals were a 10. Gameplay was a 10. I think it deserves to go S. If you love Scooby-Doo and 16-bit era and point and click, you will put this on S too. It's fun. It's confusing. It's 5 out of 10 difficulty for point and click, I think, but it's just fantastic. It was also it was probably one of the most fun streams I've had to date. Another, like I said with GoldenEye, why GoldenEye got S over A, this game's stream was popping. I think that was one of those where like I was just, there was a lot of people in here watching Scooby-Doo as opposed to like, Mario 64 or Symphony of Night or whatever. Like Scooby-Doo was a hit. And I think about those things and like, I already loved it as a kid growing up or as a young teen, whenever I played it. I think I played a little later in its life, but I had so much fun then. I had so much fun streaming it again. And, it had that special flair to it that I can't always predict. And that game had it. I loved the playthrough. One of my favorite VODs, everything. Yeah, it can skew views. It can. I do like all those things, but I've never played that game. I highly recommend Scooby-Doo on the Sega Genesis. I have not played the Super Nintendo game, but I don't think it's point and click. Therefore, it's probably going to be trashy. We'll play Scooby-Doo on the Super Nintendo someday and the Game Boy, whatever. I'll play a lot of Scooby-Doo games because I love the show. But yeah, this game deserves S. Let me check here. This is close to S again. I have to restate that. That was really close. As is this. As is this. Okay. So it kind of sits, yeah. I mean, I could easily put these 3 on S if I wanted to. I had a lot of fun with them. But let's continue. Majora's Mask. We got to do Majora and Twilight Princess. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's the Ghostbusters from Genesis. Ghostbusters from Genesis. Let's do them back to back. Oh man, I've loved Twilight Princess like my whole life, and I just did not enjoy the game as much. It's gonna follow my ranking for a Zelda game. I used to always love Twilight more than Wind Waker. I now dominantly love Wind Waker over Twilight Princess without even playing it in the last 10 years. And it's not like this game is bad. I just would put it under a 10. It's still great. I'm going to put it on A. My love fell away from it a little bit. I don't know why. Thank you, Roland. Some people say that Twilight Princess stands for toilet paper. Counterpoint. Okay, what's the counterpoint? I need to take a piss because we've been streaming for 3.5 hours and I haven't done it yet. But I really want to finish this. The reason why this wouldn't be Mahalo Bart is the counterpoint. I see. I love it. I love it. This should be an S rank. It is that good of a game. And I'm reviewing the Wii U version. And I think I know why I think this game is A instead of S. And this is me saying, like, truly, this is going to be up here too. The game's hand was forced a little bit. The fans wanted Ocarina of Time, so they tried to make a game that was similar but different. Never force an artist what to do. It's my philosophy. Don't do it. This game feels forced to be like Ocarina of Time, but also be different, to disguise it, and I kind of see through it. It's a worse version of Ocarina of Time. I would have rather the game been more Wolf and more Twilight and less map system and everything was just so... Thank you so much, Sai, for the lurk. I really appreciate that. Have a great one, and I really appreciate you being here and being active and everything. Much love, brother. That's my opinion. If I were to say why it lost a little love for me, you know, it's probably still my like 6th favorite Zelda or something like that. But it's a little bit of a hot take. As a Zelda fan, something felt amiss. The Ice Temple is just weird. Yeah. I would almost put it, yeah, it's really weird. Anyways, I don't really know what to say besides, like, I'm surprised at myself. Majora's Mask. This game ran spectacularly. The visuals were, I just didn't expect it. I didn't remember it looked that good. That its engine, the expansion pack. Breathtaking soundtrack as well. The darkness. People put it in as a horror game. I can see it. Every time Link puts it on the mask and takes one off, you know, and he screams, like, it's horrifying. And he supposedly is hurting through these. And, you know, well, I won't spoil it, but there's boss fights that are just gross. And the game's dark. The moon's gonna crush the world. Yeah. I'm not putting it in B. I'm gonna give it... I just gotta be honest with myself and say, like, certain games just... I'm surprised how good it was. Here we are. I put it above Twilight Princess. If I didn't think... It's really... I'm almost contradicting myself, too, from what I said earlier. There's something special about it. The game's 2 parts as well. You got your dungeons and your main story and your quest, and you got all these masks that take extreme groundwork to accomplish. It's really tough. For those that have done it, respect. Because playing Majora's Mask without a guide or help has to be brutal. It has to be. I'm talking hundreds of hours. You're not gonna convince me otherwise. It wouldn't take hundreds of hours without help. There are so many things you could miss within the time frames. Absurdly difficult. So I think this is more of an A that has upside of obvious S, but I see the upside already. I see it. So it's gonna go there. Castlevania Lament of Innocence, a 3D platformer on the PS2. Castlevania game with very good music, fun story, good playability. Everything kind of just was fun. And I think it might be better than B. I don't remember how difficult it was. Yeah, Ogie just jumped down. How difficult was it? I don't remember. I think we did it in 2.5 streams or 2 streams, so I think the music was the best part. Therefore, I'm going to put it in B. And it's nowhere near how much I loved Super Castlevania 4 or Symphony of the Night. It just doesn't fall in that category. So I think it has upside to be better with more difficult playthroughs. And man, I'll say it again, that soundtrack was really good. They didn't hold back on that. All right, Metroid Prime. Well, I mean, we got to go at least S. But honestly, like, I truly believe. Let me do the math real quick here. Oh, this game really. We're gonna go over this stuff again. I'm putting it in perfect right now. I need to re-go over this to get a final shuffle to see if anything should shift up in these rows. I don't think there will be any downshifting, but there may be some upshifting. This could go down. All right. Anyways, let's continue. I love Metroid Prime. It holds up so well still. I had so much fun playing it all these years later. I'm noticing a distant lack of Super GNG and Perfect. No. So the left means it's close. Like these 4 could go to Perfect. This has the upside of it, but I don't know it well enough. And this story was so good. And this game's everything. Yeah, Final Fantasy 3 is real close to Perfect. Anyways, that's how I've been doing it. Closer to the left is the more likely to be shifted. I love Prime to death. It's always been in my top 3 games since I've ever played it. It's going to stay there. I think it may hold up better than Ocarina of Time. I don't know, but I love the game a lot, and I can't deny that I've always liked it more than Super Metroid, and that game's perfect. So anyways, we got 2 left. Super Mario 3D World. We did a Toad only run, which doesn't mean anything. We used Toad the whole time. There's no significant jump to that. Kitty Cat Mario's cute. The game's bright, colorful, fun. I can't put it in B. There's no way. But I don't think I can put it in A. Oh, you know what? This could go to S when we do a 100% run, because this game 100% is supposedly really difficult. So we'll be re-reviewing this next year. I think it has upside of S. We shall see. Toad's the fastest. I did not know that. Stray, the kitty cat game, which was one of we mentioned earlier. GoldenEye was a really poppin' stream, as was Scooby-Doo. Well, guess what? Stray for PC was also a very poppin' stream. We played it on Monday because I couldn't play the RPG I wanted to play yet because I couldn't get the game or something. Did you play on the Wii? I played it on the Wii U. The Wii U version, yep. But Stray was honestly a very special stream for me. For a lot of reasons. let's put it on A for now. I think it's probably gonna end up sitting there. And that's a pretty good spot to be. Do I like it more than all these games? No. Pop and stream aside, the game is very short. It's super well done though. A cat platformer. I mean, where's Snake Pass at? I got it on C. It did a better job of playing as a cat than this did of playing as a snake. This may have even been more challenging and longer, but this was more fun. So I think B is good. I would recommend anyone to play it. If you can get it on like a Steam sale or something especially. I mean, it's fantastic. I struggled on one part of the game, which was a little cryptic. That's not affecting the score, though. I kind of want to put it in A. Yeah, I think we should. I think it's better suited there, because I did have a lot of fun with it. It was one clean stream of like 13 hours. Hey, Shell of a Hero, welcome in. All right, so we're done. Let's see if we're going to shift anything up. No and no. The Switch version has online multiplayer. Doing it with friends makes it less of a pain to 100%. Ah! Well, I'm going to play it on Wii U, and we're going to play with Toad, and we're going to do 100%. And I hear it's very fun, because there's like a big challenging mode. I don't even want to go to this section down here. We're done. So for our hot garbage, we got the Alucard path of Dracula's Curse on NES. Yeah, I've said enough. Dodgeball Monsters Inc. Very shit. It's a $5 game for a reason. Famicom Mario 2, which was Lost Levels in the States, but the Famicom version has less checkpoints, which is what we played. No save states, no checkpoints, and we got fucked. And I beat the game. I beat World 8-4, not Worlds 9, 1 through 8, or whatever the fuck that half-ass bonus, not finish the game part of the game is. We didn't do that, but we beat the main game. Fucking ridiculously difficult, and it broke my thumb. And I'm still hurting from it today in January. We played this in August, so boo-hoo me, or September. This is Master Quest for the GameCube. The other version of Ocarina of Time, damn near steaming hot garbage. I would not recommend anyone that play it that does not love Ocarina of Time to death. Not worth it otherwise. Yeah, it's new pain now too. It's like it's in the top. We're having pain in here now. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, we'll adapt and overcome. Super Widget, blah. Home Alone, blah. Power Ranger, very missable games. Not a lot of content there. If you paid $50 for this game, you got fucked over. It should have been $10 new out the door. SpongeBob's a good Mario Party style game. Blood Rain was, fun at times, but lackluster in 2025. Snake Pass, not a lot to it. Point and click game was El Dorado. Good, great graphics, but Same with this game. Great colors and a good platformer, but not enough to be B rank. Insector X, mediocre shmup. We got these two Donald Duck Mickey Mouse games, Magical Quest 3 and Donald Magical Hat, were good, but super easy, very forgiving, quick playthrough. Same with Aladdin on Genesis, Super Nintendo. Very easy games in my opinion, and you're just not going to get a lot out of it unless you really love the music, the movies, and the replayability of that stuff, which I do. And I should maybe have these in the B range for nostalgia, but fuck them, leave them there. Space Megaforce, also an easier shmup, very forgiving, but very beautiful. A lot of these games, their art should push them up a level for me, but I'm not going to let it happen. The Bonk games for Game Boy, good, but very short, and also nowhere near the level of Bonk that the TurboGrafx had, which really colors, sound, it just all suffers from that. Xenogears, 109 hours past, don't stream it, please. Great music, graphics, story's cool if you like super in-depth stuff, but the game never ends. So therefore, Xenogears is an incomplete piece of shit. And as much as you can love the beauty and the great JRPG anime cutscenes elements, it's all fantastic strategically, but it's too much, it's too long, and it's just too crap for me to want to ever play again. And probably another one of my hot takes, but that's how I feel. Lament of Innocence, we just talked about. We got this platform of Saturn, which is fun. Great 3D fighter right here. A subpar Resident Evil game, it's still good. Same with Pikmin, subpar but still good. Toe Jam is a lot of fun, very strategic and RNG ridden. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying your time. Medal of Honor for the PlayStation 1 should go A. You know what? We're gonna just do it. This game deserves more respect. It innovated shooters. It's the grandfather of Call of Duties, and the game's only got worse from there. That's not actually true, but you know, the internet changed a lot of that stuff too. I love both Harry Potter games for GameCube, Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets. They go in the B because they're very simple, they're very easy, but they're so whimsical and fun. If you love Harry Potter, you will love, if you love this generation of gaming and movies, they're really well done for what movie games were in this generation. Wario World was a little too short for us, but also there's a lot of cool elements to it. DDR Mario, if you like DDR, you're probably gonna love it. A lot of Mario, Nintendo, storyline, music, all that good stuff. Cruising USA, an early racing game, it's still good. Pokemon Channel, very cute. Cute as fuck. Please try it out. Ghouls and Ghosts for the Genesis, nowhere near Super Nintendo level. Way too easy. I don't know what it was, but I blew through that game in like 7 hours. So a little disappointed at that. I'm sure there's great challenge runs we'll play in the future because the game is really good. I stated it's probably a top TurboGrafx 16 is Bonk's game, right? Home even, yeah, exactly. The NES and the Game Boy fell short. But Genesis, Ghouls and Ghosts, really good. It just was too easy. It was way too easy. Magical Quest, same thing. Beautiful, whimsical, but really made for kids. It's a kid's game. You're not gonna have a tough time with it. You do have limited continues, but after a few tries, you'll get it. Yeah, you missed Sorcerer's Stone for the Game Boy. It's so good. We put that one higher because it's a little better. Evo, the music was not good, and it's very grindy, but you can find love in its uniqueness on the Super Nintendo, and the graphics were great. Lion King, I love this game growing up. I talked about how people think it's too difficult for weird reasons, and it's a pretty chill game. Very fun if you love the movie, the music, the graphics, it's all great. I'm not much of a fighting fan, so I put this a little lower, and it also fucked my thumb up. Not on a level of like what I'm feeling through the Lost Levels pain, but on a level of like, who in the hell wants to, like, you have to have the muscle for it. You have to have Street Fighter muscle. It's a known fact. Hey, Twitchy Hamster, welcome in. It's nice to see you. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Ogie. I know, baby girl. Mario's missing. Really good streaming material. Play it. Adventure Island, a little easy for the Game Boy, but still good. Very good. Wow, we have TMNT at a B. It really should go A, but it is kind of jank. It's kind of boring, but it's a great Turtles game. I love it. I might swing this one up. No, I'm not gonna. It is pretty shit. To think about replaying it, I'm more or less happy that I beat it. Yeah, sending you hugs back, Hamster. I hope you're doing great. It's nice to see you. I'm happy it's over. Organically beat it. Super proud. Game Boy Harry Potter Sorcerer's Stone is a JRPG, and it's very good. Well, it's not. It's a turn-based RPG. It's not made in Japan. It's made by EA. But it's really well done and thought about, and apparently Chamber of Secrets is even better. I'm looking forward to playing that this year, hopefully. Dark Half is a Super Famicom game. Very good. Loved it. I highly recommend it. It's published by Enix. Really good. Same with Breath of Fire 3. Almost went to A, but there's some things wrong with it. It wasn't very polished, in my opinion. They could have spent another couple months on making things a little more linear and fix the puzzles. And no save points. I mean, god damn it. There were some issues in that game. We just talked about Medal of Honor, Innovator. Stray was very fun. Mario 3D World. I mean, come on. It's Mario. It's juicy colors. It's great playability. There's apparently a big challenge we're going to do in the future. Diablo. Oh, so good. Crash Bandicoot's great. We're getting to this category now where we know these games are good. So, let me catch my breath. We have almost streamed 4 hours with no break. I am really pushing it. We can do it! Final stretch! Then I'm gonna take a break, and then I'm gonna come back. We're gonna play some Game Boy, OG Game Boy variety. All right, of this list, do I want to push anything up? Let me think here. Anything that needs to go into S. This is close. but let's not. The only ones I'm thinking about are these. Oh, this game was frustrating too. This is GBA DKC3. I'm okay with this. This A feels right. Okay. So truly, if we were to just combine these sections right now, I'd be like, oh, okay. I think the perfect rankings really just tier. Oh man, I think. Sorry, I'm just thinking real quick to everything to the right of Super Ghouls and Ghosts, I'm not going to move to perfect. Even though I do think Super Meat Boy and Metal Gear 2 have that upside to be looked at as perfect. Super Meat Boy especially. I mean, it's just a damn good platformer, and it's just whoever made that game loved the shit out of their childhood in platformers, and they made it quite literally, it's close to perfect. Metal Gear 2, again, it's just so innovative, and for its year, it really was perfect at one point. I think S is right where it belongs. Even if you don't love it, you have to respect it, and it deserves that S for how powerful everything is. Did Sega CD Dune make the list? Oh, so I didn't put it on here. I didn't put games on here I didn't finish. Yeah, this is only finished games, so I did miss some like that. And I would probably put Dune in the B category. And if anyone thinks of a game that I played, please mention it. I'll tier it verbally. Okay. If I'm not going to move High Seas Havoc, I'm not going to move Super Ghouls and Ghosts. I don't know High Seas Havoc well enough to say this game is actually perfect. Maybe a second playthrough would do that. My experience with the game was amazing. I loved it. Super G&G, I know it very well. All right, if I'm being honest with myself, fuck, this is hard because whatever I move up to perfect, I have to pick one of those for Game of the Year. So let's do this. Let me pick 2 of these 4 to go to perfect. And then I'm going to do a poll of which game you think was Game of the Year for you if you had to pick between the 5. And then I will make my choice. So I think this is the first obvious one that has to go up here. Because Kefka as a villain, the sprite work, the music, the story, what happens to the map, everything about this game is God tier. The final fight. God damn it. It was so good. And honestly, comparing Chrono Trigger to FF3 is a big debate. And a lot of people, it's very split. You know? And it's also different because if I don't put... I'm going to put one of these 3 up here. Yes, very different experiences. And welcome, Sean. Both top tier. I'm trying to also pick Game of the Year. It's not going to be Prime. Even though I see Prime as a perfect game, it's not going to be Prime. This is tough. Yeah, the answer is yes for what's better, Chrono Trigger FF3. Sorry, I'm thinking, because I'm truly trying to go with my gut. You know, another thing about Lufia 2 I forgot is how good the puzzles were. How good the puzzles were for Lufia 2 is ridiculous. It's the total package. You think Lufia 2 is A? The only thing Lufia 2 falls short for Chrono in FF3 is graphics and music. They're still really good, but they're not God tier. I think the story is better than both. I think Lufia 2 has a better story than 3 and Trigger. But Trigger, I'm sorry, FF3's villain stands out, right? How do you like Secret of Mana so far? Oh my God, I love it. I fucking love it. I quite literally, when Sierra and I talked about, like, when I was just like, what was my favorite stream of the 3 we did? I was like, it was Secret of Mana. I literally didn't want her to leave because I was like, I want to get another Mana stream and maybe we could finish it. I mean, she couldn't do it. You know, her cat needed her and she needed to go back home. And, but like Secret of Mana was like, like God tier. It was God tier. And someone said it during stream, but the most perfect couch co-op game potentially on the planet. Especially 2 people that have never played it before. It was fucking perfect. Yeah, Lily. We love Lily. I'm super happy you're home safe and Lily's good. But yeah, Secret of Mana was very special. I'm so proud to own it CIB and to have played it and to have experienced it couch co-op. So that will be finished between me and her for sure. Couch co-op in the future somehow, some way. And I will not be playing it solo because it literally does. I mean, God damn it. There were so many great splitting factors. So anyways, we can't review that right now. All right. I don't want to give Game of the Year to a game I've played before. So, we're going to do this. I just think Super Ghouls and Ghosts has a slight edge over High Seas Havoc, and that's that High Seas Havoc real difficulty was the final boss, where this is the whole game. So I think Super Ghouls and Ghosts is a better game overall, but damn, this was good. Please go play High Seas Havoc. I'm gonna keep it off the list. So now we're gonna vote. We don't need to vote. I see truly, like, there is more games I could shuffle around a little bit, but I don't want to make this too complicated. I have to give respect to Mega Man X4. Bundor, it's going great. We're ranking games for the year that I played, and I'm tiering. We're looking at the perfect games right now. DKC2, Deathless, Metroid Prime, just playing it again. Chrono Trigger, FF3, Lufia 2, Mega Man X4, and Super Ghouls and Ghosts. You know what I'm going to do here? I'm just gonna I have to look at my career as a streamer, and I'm giving Game of the Year to Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Because I got sick last Christmas. Like, I got that sickness that everyone had, whatever it was. Like, everyone was shitting their brains out and like really ill, like flu. And I thought about a lot of things in this time. Thank you all, by the way. I don't look at numbers, truly. I try not to, and I just let things happen organically. But from that time I got sick last Christmas, I went from like 25 to 50 viewers in the course of a year. And games like Super Ghouls and Ghosts are why, because I said, I can't just be interesting, nice, and play cool games on original hardware. I need to challenge myself. Everyone needs a good challenge. And this game really set me in a good direction. It really made me feel like alive, and also the fun factor was so high. My year one game of the year was FF7 because it made me feel emotionally so good. And that's why I'm doing it for this game. Super Ghouls and Ghosts completes me. It's the perfect game. It's difficult. It has a new song per level. It has a variety of weapons to use. You think you beat the game when you didn't beat shit. And it's going to make you feel like a champion doing it. And if I were to give it to an RPG, I would have given it to Lufia 2. I think I believe that too. I think my experience with Lufia 2 was just better than my first play of Chrono Trigger and FF3. You want to know what a gamer looks like? Right here. Like, I'm super emotional about thinking how much these games impacted me. And Super Ghouls and Ghosts is more difficult than DKC2 Deathless. If you beat that game and you're not using save states, you have gone through hell and back, and it feels great. So, you know, that also is defining me going into 2026. I'm just not save stating anymore unless I'm turning the game off, and I have, you know, I can use it in a sense of like power's going off, I can turn it back on. If it's infinite lives, we continue. If it's not, start the run over. But that's the choice I wanted to make because I want to stay true to myself, and that's how competitive I am. And this game really defines that. So, cheers. Let me screenshot this. I can't even do it in one shot. I have to do it in multiple. Oops, that's not what I wanted. All right. Saving.